Good evening. Thanks for joining us. This is the World News on your Premium Talk Radio. Today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. In the headlines, President Bola Tinubu tasked stakeholders in basic education subsector with ensuring children's education. Senate begins two-day public hearing on proposed tax reform bills. People of Digama decry neglect by government to arrest perpetrators of attack on community 1 year ago. On the foreign scene, former French surgeon charged to court over sexual assault. I am Lucky Maxwell. President Bola Tinubu has directed stakeholders in the basic education subsector to work towards returning children to the classroom in effort to reduce the number of out-of-school children. The President emphasized the need for schools to be equipped with appropriate skills development programs aimed at fostering creativity and research, starting from early education. The Minister of Education, Tunde Alausa, said this during the quarterly meeting of Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC Management, and Chairman of State Universal Basic Education Commission, SUBEC, held in Abuja. The Minister, while reiterating President Bola Tinubu's administration's commitment to transforming education in the country, stated that implementation of the Universal Basic Education UBE program was entirely their responsibility. However, the Minister noted that implementing the plan requires strong collaboration with all relevant stakeholders to address the various challenges facing the basic education subsector. To this end, he encouraged the state to reevaluate its existing strategies and identify innovative approaches to implementing basic education. According to him, the government expected that the meeting's outcomes would result in more collaborations for implementing quality basic education and strategies for effective monitoring and evaluation of learning activities which would help realize the 2030 education agenda. The Senate has commenced a two-day public hearing on proposed tax reform bills bringing together key stakeholders from the nation's economic and financial sectors. Among those in attendance are the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edo, the Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Zach Adediji, the Group CEO of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Melekari, members of the Federal Executive Council, heads of relevant agencies, and the Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeneye, among others. Chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance, Sani Musa, assured that the process will be transparent and guided by national interest. He emphasized that the hearing aims to review and reform the country's tax laws to align with current economic realities. The reforms, he stated, were designed to ensure equity, fairness, and inclusivity while eliminating inefficiencies in existing tax policies. Musa further urged all stakeholders and the general public to actively participate in the discussions, emphasizing the importance of collective contributions in shaping a tax system that fosters economic growth and national prosperity. The Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation has announced the postponement of the National Council for Art, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy meeting, originally scheduled for February 25 to 27 in Osun State. The decision comes in response to heightened political tensions in the state following the local government crisis. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, communicated his decision through an internal address to state commissioners, directors of MDAs, heads of department unit, and key stakeholders. The memo further directed all concerned parties to take note of the change in schedule and assured that a new date for the meeting will be announced in due course. The Ministry also urged recipients of the circular to ensure its wide dissemination to all relevant stakeholders. The Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed a suit seeking to compel the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, to stop the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission from investigating allegations of fraud and economic crimes allegedly committed by businessman Abubakar Isa. Justice Emeka Wite threw out the case on the grounds that the request of the detained businessman lacked merit and substance. Delivering judgment in a fundamental right enforcement suit against the AGF and EFCC, Justice Wite held that the AGF had enormous power to take over proceedings in criminal matters, but emphasized that such powers were not unlimited. Justice Witter stated that under Section 43 of the EFCC Act 2004, the anti-graft agency is not under any obligation to seek advice from any ministry or agency before exercising its statutory powers to initiate investigations into alleged economic crimes. The businessman in the suit alleged that the EFCC was biased and mischievous in the manner in which he was being investigated. Specifically, he claimed that the EFCC was acting on the instructions of his business adversaries to instigate an investigation against him without informing him of the nature of his offense or showing him any petition against him. However, in his judgment, Justice Witter further stated that in exercising its statutory duties, the EFCC was not under any obligation to obey directives from any ministry or government department. He subsequently dismissed the suit for lack of merit and substance. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1fm. We'll be right back after the short break.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying with us. Now the rest of the news. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria has issued a 7-day ultimatum to the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority to fulfill the payment of bridging claims amounting to 100 billion naira. The association also threatened to withdraw services if the amount was not paid to them before the deadline. This move follows the NDPRA's failure to clear the debt, despite promises made 40 days ago in the presence of the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu. Thus, if unresolved, the situation could lead to a nationwide scarcity of premium motor spirit. A chairman of IPMAN, Depot Chairman Forum Yahya Al-Hassan, who disclosed this during a press conference in Abuja, expressed frustration over the NDPRA's failure to settle the bridging claims despite repeated assurances. The Independent Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Port Harcourt Unit, has emphasized the need for petroleum marketers in Rivers State and its environs to patronize the Port Harcourt refinery. The state chairman of IPMAN, Tekena Ikpaki, made the appeal during a joint stakeholders meeting at the IPMAN Secretariat in Alessa, Elime, where he revealed that supporting the refinery would improve product availability for the public. Ikpaki, while disclosing there was product at the Port Harcourt refinery, assured marketers that all concerns related to loading and pricing would be addressed.
I want to encourage the marketers to come to the depot and patronize the Port Harcourt refinery depot. This depot has the capacity to serve the entire nation, and if the depot is not patronized, then the efforts of the federal government is wasted, as well as what the NNPCL is tirelessly putting in today would also be wasted. So my encouragement to the public is that they should come and patronize the depot, because there is so much product to buy and take to our various destinations to service the nation from this. The Port Harcourt refinery is working.
Also speaking at the forum, the chairman of the Independent Marketers Board in Rivers State, Udon Uche, stated that stakeholders had put forward recommendations to help the refinery operate at full capacity.
We're able to recommend, we're able to talk to ourselves, we're able to talk to some persons concerned, and we are hopeful that it will come out positive. We expect more marketers coming here to pick product, and once that happens, the place will be lively again. You know, the refinery houses a lot of persons, a lot of families feed from here. So by the time more marketers come here to pick their products, I think we expect life. You know, this place will swing into better life, and it will affect families positively.
Today, FM Suchendejo reports that the meeting brought together key stakeholders, including IPMAN, the Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, the Petroleum Tanker Drivers, PTD, the Independent Marketers Board, and community representatives. 1 year after 9 people were killed in an attack on Digama community in Digama local government area of Rivers State, the people are yet to recover the bodies and get justice. Recall that exactly 1 year ago, men allegedly from a security outfit owned by Asari Dokobo killed 9 people and took 4 others on their way back from a mortuary. The people of Digama, under the aegis of Digama Kingdom Development Forum, have continued to lament neglect by the government at all levels and security agencies in bringing the culprits to justice, adding that they still go through threats on a daily basis. The president of DKDF, Chief Bethel Karibo, expressed worries that the security outfit had deviated from its original mandate of providing security along the Emoha, Buguma, Degema, Abonima road to constantly harassing members of the community, stopping them from going about their legitimate businesses. He stressed that as Aborigines, their fundamental rights to live, associate, and earn a living were being threatened, adding that in March 2024, the same security outfit rode in speedboats across the length and breadth of Sombrero River with firearms intercepted and sent back all Digema indigenous fishermen.
People of Degema now live in constant fear as no one knows who will be the next victim. Exactly a year ago, this security outfit owned by a former militant leader ambushed and openly shot at an unarmed and unsuspecting group of Degema indigenes. Many men, women, and children sustained varying degrees of injuries, and 7 persons, namely Augustine Okubo, Asaivioso Solomon Peter, Gift Levi Okpara, Amake Abadi, Iso Ohoso, a serving Nigerian Army personnel, and Prayer Womet, a serving CDC officer, died on the spot, and their bodies were carted away in white Hilux vans of the Royal Future Security Outfit. We are pained that our rights as minorities, which are enshrined in several international documents, are being trampled upon.
On his part, the Publicity Secretary of DKDF, Samuel Wilcox, who called on government to help the people by arresting the culprits, said the people may never recover their losses, but maintained that if nothing is done, the people who now live in fear may lose their livelihood to the security outfits.
When a heinous crime of such happens in a place and nobody cares to find from those people whose children has been taken away, whose family has been taken away, and it's like they are just on their own, of course, we won't find them to be happy because someone has trained his child in university only to lose the child in a circumstance that he or she never planned for. For in the community, there is an affair of fear. Justice is what we ask. We have lost 7 people. We don't even know where they are. They've not seen them since the 20th of February 2024 till date. These are children of Degema people taken away from them in such a heinous crime. Okay, we've gone to the Commissioner of Police personally. We've went with the victims to the Commissioner of Police. We've done everything.
On their parts, families of the deceased and a survivor of the attack called on the government to look into the issue and give them the bodies of their loved ones, stressing their pains of losing their sons, fathers and brothers who were their only hope of survival.
We have been in tears, mourning, and groaning, looking for solace to this apply. But all to no avail. We have met government several times, the police. Some of us have even traveled out to other places seeking redress to this problem, but all to no avail.
A year ago, on the 23rd of February 2024, we lost our brothers, we lost our sisters. There are so many persons that cannot be accounted for up till now, even strangers. It has affected the mothers. Most of them just graduated from school, waiting for employment, and they are lost. Then it's worrisome. And to the wives, there are children there that needs the comfort of their father, but they are no more. For those that are wounded, and up till now, the government have not done anything.
So the gunshots sustained, and I managed to come out from the bush. I was bleeding seriously, but it's only God who strengthened me before people saw me and they carried me out.
The leadership and entire members of Rumodugo Elite Association Worldwide, on behalf of the Ohas in Council, Obako Rumodugo CDC, and the youth in Rumodugo community in Emoha local government area of River State, have congratulated the council chairman, Chief David Umeriji, on his election victory. The group in a statement said the victory of Chief Umeriji, whom they described as trusted and workaholic leader, at the October 5, 2024 election was a testament of God's liberation of the people of Emoha local government area and the people of Rumodugo or Degu in Emoha area. According to the statement jointly signed by the chairman of the group, Apostle Moses Egele, the secretary, Obudu Chukwu Vincent, the public relations officer, Ozowo Frederick, and Ugoji Samson, who is the publicity committee chairman. The group expressed happiness and appreciated the Emolga Council chairman for appointing their son, Jude Obudu Chukwu, as the secretary of Emoha Local Government Council, saying the gesture was the first of its kind in the history of Rumodugo. They expressed optimism that the appointment of Jude Obutochukwu as the council secretary will forever give Rumuodugu a sense of belonging as a community, adding that he will perform greatly. The leadership and entire members of the Rumuodugu Elite Association worldwide also commended Chief David Omeriji for his laudable development littered all around Emoha local government area within his 100 days in office. The statement celebrated the council chairman and his team on their outstanding feat and uncommon dedication to the collective progress and development of Emoha local government area, and prayed God sexually assaulting almost 300 patients, most of them children and some unconscious at the time. Joel Skornek has been in jail after being found guilty in 2020 of abusing 4 children, including 2 of his nieces. In the latest trial, the 74-year-old faces allegations that he assaulted or raped 299 patients, many while waking up from anesthetic or during post-operation checkups at a dozen hospitals between 1989 and 2014. Some 256 of the victims were under 15, with the youngest age 1 and the oldest 70. The proceedings come just 2 months after the Dominic Pellicott was convicted of enlisting dozens of strangers to rape his heavily sedated wife, Giselle Pellicott, who has since divorced him and become a feminist hero for refusing to be ashamed. A trial will be held in public, but 7 days of testimony from victims who were targeted while minors will be held behind closed doors. If convicted, Les Kornek faces a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. To end the news, as a summary of the major stories. We told you that President Bola Tinubu has tasked stakeholders in the basic education subsector in ensuring children's education. The Senate has commenced a 2-day public hearing on proposed tax reform bills. We told you that the people of Digame have decried neglect by the government to arrest and prosecute perpetrators of an attack on the community 1 year ago. Before instance, we told you that our former French surgeon has been charged to court for sexually assaulting almost 300 patients. Stella Sasongo Okori, editor of the news. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on todayfmlive.com. Good evening. I'm Lucky Maxwell.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart, and that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081-389-2850 now for more information. Bunkering is a legal act of smuggling crude oil from pipelines and storage facilities, which poses significant dangers to Nigerian society. This activity has different consequences that affect various aspects of the nation's well-being, and it has consequences such as untimely death, environmental...
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Music has always been part of our lives because we grew up around music.
Alright, all you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM? Such a unique style. Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, and entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today 95.1 FM Pawtucket, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
Eu já lavei o meu carro, regulei o som. Já tá tudo preparado, brinco reggae agora. Menina, fica à vontade, entre e faça a festa. Me liga mais tarde, vou adorar, vão nessa gata.
All right, a very good evening to each and every one of you out there. Good evening, Port Harcourt. Good evening to all sports fans around the city, around the nation, and around the globe. Welcome to the best 15 minutes of football you can find anywhere on radio. The show is Soccer Nation, and my name is Osasin Hewen. I'll be the man behind this console to drive you through this ever amazing and exciting world of football. And as usual, don't go nowhere as the show would kickstart right after now. All right, let's start things up from the home front, where the Nigerian Football Federation has confirmed that the national playoff matches for this year's President's Federation's Cup in both the men's and the women's category will be held on Wednesday, March 5th. This follows the successful conclusion of the preliminary rounds across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory over the weekend. Defending champions El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri alongside former winners Lobi Stars, Bendel Insurance, Enugu Rangers, Shooting Stars, Heartland Football Club of Owerri, Aqua United and Kanupila secured victories in their respective matches. However, four-time champions Eimba Football Club of Aba suffered a shocking defeat against Ahudin Yanem FC in a penalty shootout in Umahia. The draw for the national competition is scheduled for Wednesday, March the 12th, 2025. All right, still talking local football. Lobi Stars have reappointed Mohamed Babaganaru as interim head coach until the end of the current season. The chairman of the club, Dr. Philip Nongu, stated that the reappointment became necessary following the resignation of former technical advisor and the team's current standing on the MPFL table, and appealed to fans of the club not to relent in their support for the club. Quoting him, everything we do at the moment is for the good of our beloved club. While we welcome criticisms, they should be constructive and aimed at enhancing our performance. Let us remain steadfast in our support, knowing that with God, nothing is impossible. The words of Dr. Philip Nongu right there. Dr. Philip also expressed confidence in the ability of the new coach who has previously managed Lobi Stars, and reaffirmed the management's commitment to providing him with the necessary support to ensure the club retains its MPFL status. In another significant development, the board has constituted a management team with the club's chairman serving as the head alongside Baba Ganaru. Other members of the management team include Lawrence Adoga as a team manager, Solomon Aundoaka as accountant, Emmanuel Uja as media director, Christopher Ayom as team's nurse, and Felix Pilakwa as club's welfare officer. Additionally, John Gadi has been drafted to the team as the goalkeeper's trainer, and the Pride of Benue will battle Niger Tornadoes in a highly anticipated North Central derby this Wednesday in Bauchi. Still talking Nigerian football, ex-Nigerian under-20 midfielder Abubakar Lawal has been confirmed dead. The former AS Kigali and current Vipers SC midfielder tragically lost his life in a motorcycle accident on Monday alongside Etebe Road in Uganda. Lawal, who joined Vipers SC in 2022, scored Vipers' ever first group stage goal at the CAF Champions League 1-0 draw with Raja Casablanca. Still talking Nigerian players, this time let's leave the shores of Africa as Super Eagles winger Ademola Lookman avoided commenting on whether his dispute with Atalanta coach Gian Piero Gasperini is resolved. Ladere entered the match under pressure following their unexpected Champions League playoff exit against Club Brugge. The team won 5-0, but we put in a good performance. Everyone was at a high level and we showed quality. The words of Ademola Lookman there, as he continued by saying, we take each game as it comes. We played well today and we must continue this way and prepare for the next game. When asked if his conflict with Gasperini was behind him, Lookman refused to respond. Instead, he shrugged, glanced around and simply said, finished. Notably, when substituted, the Nigerian international shook hands with assistant manager Tullio Gritti, but did not acknowledge Gianpiero Gasperini. Still in Italy, Fiorentina striker Mosikin has been discharged from hospital following tests after he collapsed on the pitch on Sunday. The Italian forward suffered a head injury during his side's 1-0 defeat at Hellas Verona. Keane played on for 6 minutes after colliding with the knee of defender Powell Dawidovic. The former Everton and Juventus forward then lost his balance and fell to the floor in the 64th minute and was taken to the hospital after being treated on the pitch. Fiorentina says the striker was released from a hospital in Verona during the night following the return of a diagnostics test result. Sixth place Fiorentina are next in action against Lecce on the 28th of February, but have not confirmed whether Moise Kean will be available. The Italian is the club's top scorer this season with 15 league goals. Now let's take a flight to England, where Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca says he is not concerned by Cole Palmer's form or body language. The Italian manager addressed the issue of the England internationals deep in form amid Chelsea's run of 2 wins in 10 matches in all competitions. The 22-year-old forward has not scored in any of their past 6 matches in all competitions and has not registered an assist in any of their past 13 matches. But in 2024, he registered 26 goals and 13 assists, a Chelsea record and more than any other player in the Premier League during the last calendar. Asked about Cole Palmer's struggles before Southampton's visit to Stamford Bridge in the Premier League on Tuesday, Maresca said, and I quote, "No, I am not concerned about him. I am always concerned about general performances, but not Cole Palmer, because Cole is a human being and always during a season he can have some moments where he struggles a little bit more. Even games we expect a goal or an assist, but it is difficult. In this moment, his team performance reflects the teams that he struggles to score. We need to be more clinical when we get chances. Cole is just frustrated that we are not winning games. It is not more than that." The words of Enzo Maresca. Meanwhile, Sky Sports' Paul Merson says Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca needs his team to beat both Southampton and Leicester City to save his job after a recent underwhelming run. Chelsea gave up a lead at Villas Park when they were beaten 2-1 by Aston Villa on Saturday, a defeat that means the Blues have now only won 2 of their last 10 games in the Premier League. All right, from Chelsea, we talk Manchester United, where Manchester United have confirmed that up to 200 more jobs could be lost as part of the latest Ineos cost cutting. Staff were given the bad news during a meeting in the Manchester suite at Old Trafford on Monday afternoon by Chief Executive Omar Barada and the Chief Operating Officer Colette Roche. The redundancies will be in addition to the 250 jobs lost in the initial cuts made by Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos last year after United lost £300 million over the last 3 years. A statement from the club reads, Manchester United is to transform its corporate structure as part of a series of additional measures to improve the club's financial sustainability and enhance operational efficiency. The transformation plan aims to return the club to profitability after 5 consecutive years of losses since 2019. This will create a more solid financial platform from which the club can invest in men's and women's football success and improved infrastructure. As part of these measures, the club anticipates that approximately 100 to 150 to 200 jobs may be made redundant, subject to a consultation process with employees. These would, in addition to the 250 roles removed last year. Still talking Manchester United. Manchester United is to transform its corporate structure as part of a series of additional measures to improve the club's financial sustainability and enhance operational efficiency. Now to Brighton and Hove Albion, where Fabian Huzela says he is reluctant to take applause from fans after Brighton and Hove Albion's win over the weekend. The German was speaking after sealing a 4-0 win at Southampton in the Premier League on Saturday. The 31-year-old initially watched on as his players celebrated the victory in front of the away fans before he was convinced by Jorginho Ruta and Yankumba Minte to join in. Quoting him, "I think I had to do it once, and in general, I don't like it. I try to avoid it because I think the most important thing is that the players have the spotlight they deserve as they work hard on the pitch. It's not me who's working hard. I have unbelievable staff around me. I have experts on my team who really work hard. They also deserve to be cheered, and especially, of course, the players who do the hard work. Not only today, it's always hard during the week." Now let's take a flight to Spain, where Luka Modric continues to produce at the highest level and scored a stunning goal as Real Madrid beat Girona in the La Liga on Sunday. It was a quite stunning strike from outside the box and had his manager Carlo Ancelotti waxing lyrically about the Croatian international. Ancelotti also had words of praises for Vinicius Jr., Kylian Mbappe and David Alaba. Ancelotti had described Luka Modric as a gift to football after the Croatian scored a stunning goal in Real Madrid's 2-0 win over Girona. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the much we can take on the show this beautiful evening. Remember, it is still the best 15 minutes of football you can find anywhere on radio. We're going to be back here tomorrow, same time, same dial, to bring to you amazing stories coming from the world of football. Until then, my name still remains Usasin Hewitt, and I'm saying stay lifted, stay blessed, don't touch it, leave it on Today 95.1 FM.
What do you love listening to? What's your style? What's your choice? What do you yearn for? So we've got great talk, amazing conversations, entertainment, sports, and lifestyle. So tune in to Today 95.1 FM for Talkit, because we are the voice of the people. The voice of the people.
I miss you and I don't know why. I get mesmerized when I see you and I don't know why.
Your voice, the sound pulls me in, I don't know how. I want you here, wanna show you love and care.
Oh, this boy, you think that you fine, I get another boy with fine past you.
This girl, you think that you fine, I get another girl with fine past you.
Oh, this boy, you think that you fine, I get another boy with fine past you.
Say you fine, I get another girl with fine past you.
You got the dagger, you got the pose. You got the walk, you got the pose. You got the dagger, you got the pose.
You got the pose, you got the dagger, you got the pose. You got the walk, you got the pose. You got the dagger, you got the pose.
Why you like to act like you be Arnold Schwarzenegger?
And why you to the fun like you be King Kardashian?
And you know, I be queen, and I never take no nonsense.
Don't have no time for drama.
Oh, this boy, you think that you fine, I get another boy with fine past you.
Oh, this girl, you think that you fine, I get another girl with fine past you.
Hey, this boy, you think that you fine, I get another boy with fine past you.
Oh, this girl,
another boy way fine past you.
Tell me all out, you think so you fine. I get another girl way fine past you.
The one way you get, you know, fine reach me.
I saw you, they think I'm old.
I free promise you.
Don't get it mixed up. You are listening to Today 95.1 FM, your premium talk, news, and sports station in Port Harcourt. We are the voice of the people.
Say no to the ordinary. Embrace the extraordinary, because we are the voice of the people. Voice of the people. Today 95.1 FM.
Today 95.1 FM.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart, and that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
Okay, alright. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM? Such a unique style.
This program to bring you Johnny Drill and Don Jazzy.
What if I lose my steez and composure too? You
thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, wow, wow. Thank you, wow.
Everything is sunny. When there is food, then there is money. But you haven't done anything for me. Where you there when I dey hustle inside Bodija? With no shokoto, with no filler. I even sing for you, you say you no filler. Now only my me they hold me down. But now I'm living like a gomina. You can't defame like say you know me now. You want to come, you want to hold me down. But this your fake love, I no need them. I bet now you be gold digger. I say I bet now you be gold digger. I say I bet now you be gold digger. Oh, hey. I bet now you be gold digger. Hey, hey. From afar, then go search you for public. And then like SARS, then go search you for money. They go smile, they go ask for your number. When they want to text you, they say, how you forgot me. Ooh, he there for your body, he there for your pockets, he there for your body. Ooh, wine for me, mommy. But after the whining, you ask for the money. Go the girl, you be high. How you be? Put it on me, really. You said you know how much I really want it. It's never been about the money, you feel me? Cause I tried, you know I tried. For how long ago, gotta hold on. You know I've been strong for too long. Kicking it with you all day long. You love my shell, baby. Don't say I had a craze for you. Don't say I had a craze for you. Go. Fire boy, yes, oh. Stay away from me. God, digga.
getting a job. You've not exhausted the first degree. You're going to do masters. What are you mastering? So I decided to ask, is it bad after doing first degree, you go for masters and probably go for PhD? Would you rather, while you're trying to get a job, while you're trying to do one or two things, do your masters, do your PhD? Or you just want to, or you prefer to do small courses here and there? 2 months, 2 weeks, 3 months course. Do you think it's better than masters and PhD? Do you prefer it to masters and PhD? Or you think it's okay? After first degree, yes, why not? Even if you haven't gotten a job, or you created one for yourself, you can still go for your masters, go for your PhD. But another question I'm asking, if you go for your masters and go for your PhD, what are you going to use it for? Assuming you ventured into business, you opened your own business. And you decided to go and do masters, even do PhD. What are you going to use it for? Are you just doing it, for the fact that, okay, let me just answer a master's degree holder or a doctorate degree holder, or you're doing it in anticipation for what might come up in the future? Maybe an appointment or something. Or you prefer, after that your first degree, anything school should go and sit down. You would rather do 1 month program, 2 month program, 3 months, 6 months, 2 weeks program to, to elevate yourself. I'm just asking, All right. Listen, says Max, the world stinks. Days ago, I watched a restaurant lady pouring her naked urine on a pot of soup she serves her customers. While trying to overcome the gory details 2 days ago, I heard on the news of a woman admitting to always adding detergent to fufu to make it soft faster. Jesus. Max, I'm a type that doesn't joke with fufu because of its white natural fragrance, especially with okra soup prepared with innocent catfish and fresh oporo and native periwinkle, serves hot as it forces sweat from the body when downloading it with some chilled liquid. Max, where do we go from here? Well, Mr. John, that means you have to start preparing it yourself. Because people do a whole lot of things these days, just to make money. Good evening.
Hello, Max.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Max, I just listened to your question. The idea of going for PhD and Masters after PhD or BLE, whatever, for just first degree. Maxwell, if you are in academics, it's advisable that as soon as you love academics, you want to teach. It's advisable after your first degree to go further. But Maxwell, if you're not in academics, you probably are not in academics, you are not in, some jobs that require upgrade, you advancing in your studies, like health, engineering, law, and all that. What are you going for? However, master's degree has become like first degree these days, because you see people who go for PhD or first degree, they still don't know anything. It's not like in those days our fathers used to have standard 6. You discover that standard 6 is still higher than even first degree now. So why not go and do masters and get stabilized? Because for me, instead of doing masters is just to get stabilized. In that small discipline where you had your first degree, you can go there and get more stabilized, get more knowledge. University everywhere, graduating them in thousands and all that. Some university parents can't even make good sentences. If their phrases is not something to write home about. Probably some of them may pick up during masters, however. But the truth is this: if you cannot get the English in your secondary school, it will be difficult to get it, even if you have done your masters. But at least you it will help. Thank you, Maxwell.
Thank you, Doc. We appreciate you. All right, what's in your mind? Let's look at this one. Mr. Max, most people that do masters or PhD do it because it's the reigning thing now. Most masters holders are doing Bolt and POS. Mind you, Bolt and POS is not a bad job. All right, well, thank you, Bright Nap from Woji. Thank you. No, it's not a bad job. In as much as it's putting something, on the table. Yes, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Max.
Go ahead.
This is Obuna calling from Maolu.
All right.
Now, just, was it yesterday first? I was having a discussion with somebody. And I said, as long as I'm concerned, that Nigeria has no right, nobody in Nigeria has right to be a professor of nuclear physics. And the person was asking me why. And I'm asking, what are the inventions? Have any of them even produced gunpowder in their research? And the answer is capital no. Some people just go to school, you start carrying certificates that will not even help you. I will tell you from my own personal experience. I have a master's degree. And after that master's, I was using I'll go do PhD. I was thinking I was going to be a lecturer anyway. So that was what was propelling me. But I finished my master's in 2015 in the UK. 3 years down the line, I'm happy I didn't even go into the PhD. Because where I'm working now would have had nothing to do with the PhD if I had pursued it. And the chances of me even being where I am is not there. So people should learn. If for a fact you get your basic first degree where you know what you're doing, and probably maybe you want to advance in your line, like your previous caller said, you want to slam a master's degree, it's okay. Other things, short courses. In short courses, you are being taught what it is all about, and you go directly to what you feel. In short courses, you go to what you feel is related to immediate work, not just for the fun of it. So I think Nigeria is a country that will have so much degree, PhD holders, and there's nothing to show for it, and it's wrong. So let people learn. At times, you don't even need... Sometimes I was telling somebody, I said, I have my daughter, and I'm telling my friend, I said, after now, my daughters will learn skills, handwork. That I didn't have opportunity to
don't you think the environment is also one of the causes?
No, environment, yes, I think you are influenced easily. Because you see somebody having a PhD, having a master's, and because you want to answer a master's degree holder. While in reality, the person who has it around you probably has a plan or what he or she wants to do with it. But you want to go because you want to answer, you have a master's or a PhD. So if you are easily influenced and you are going down, imagine giving, in the Nigerian context, the amount of years you spend in doing this master and PhD. Imagine wasting all this precious time. And at the end of the day, you don't even use it the years down the line. That would have been a total waste. So if environment, you look for a niche for yourself, create a niche. Mark Zuckerberg probably didn't finish from what we know, I said later, but he created Facebook. Even the professors are on Facebook, everybody's on Facebook. You create a niche for yourself, whether you have a certificate or not. People will look for you. So people should learn to tailor themselves. If it's a vocational training, do it. If it's a handwork, learn. Now, who get money, they employ PhD people. Some of them don't get work. I speak to a fact, I can tell you.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you also know that. Thank you. Have a nice evening, man.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank God ability at Twitter says, Maxwell, greetings. If I start to unfold what's on my mind today, go finish. Nigeria problem is numerous to mention. Well, it mustn't be Nigeria problem. It might just be a social issue or something you've noticed of late. Okay? Hey, it mustn't be PDP, ABC. Sincerely, if not for this job that I'm doing, I wouldn't have been talking about those guys, because it's the same thing they do every day. It's so boring, very boring, this thing. That's the truth now. Good evening.
Yeah, Lucky Master, good evening.
Welcome, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, this discussion about education that is coming to the fray, I wanted to ask, education, we see education as a means to an end instead of an end in itself. Because example are bound where we have most educated people that are not even doing what they study in school. Education for me just takes a path for you. It's not a means to an end. You look around, you can know what I'm talking about. So all these what they carry for head, they want to be PhD. At the end of the day, what have we been able to produce as a people? I think the last caller has just nailed it. People should just get educated, not because you want to use it as a means to an end. It's an end in itself, so that you just get enlightened and know how to go about other things of life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, Max, please, the Chinese that produces the little gadgets Nigerians are using, what's their degree? Pastor, thank you. You are correct, though. But we don't want to empower the Aba boys and the Navy boys now, who don't have degrees, but they produce something. Isn't it? Look at all the chargers that we're using. They're all produced by the Chinese, boys. So that's the issue now. We don't want to empower the people who have this intellect to produce, who don't even, some of them didn't even go to school. It's just technical knowledge. Okay? All right. That's much we can take. We'll go for this short break. We'll come back. The $300 million, what's going on? When will it be paid? When will the people? I heard, Mazi took a particular story. They did a dialogue within the Southeast Senatorial District, and they said because there was a move to start oil production in Ogoni land, and then the people are saying, before you start, you must give us a state. Is that possible? However, that's not the focus of our discourse from 7. We just look at the $300 million. NNPC, federal government, state government, the governor has had then, and the way forward. Stay with us, don't go anywhere.
Today's news in 60. The federal government of Nigeria, FGN, through the Debt Management Office, DMO, has announced an offer for subscription by auction, aiming to raise 350 billion naira through the issuance of federal government bonds. The Nigerian Institution of State Surveyors and Valuers has asserted that state governments are usurping local governments' control over property taxes. The national president of the Nigerian Economic Society, Adeola Adenikiju, has blamed the state of the economy on the preference of the different levels of government to listen to counsel from foreign and international bodies other than the nation's economic experts. The National Pension Commission has said the approval of 758 billion naira bond to settle long-standing pension liabilities under the Contributory Pension Scheme (CPS) would benefit university professors, low-income earners, and others. On the foreign scene, the European prosecutors have expressed concerns over the U.S. decision to freeze the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act enforcement to end a significant era of international cooperation against corruption, stating that this may lead to a more lenient approach toward American companies while continuing to prosecute their foreign counterparts. Today's news in 60. In 60.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart, and that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home. You may not realize it, but do you know you can always show your love for others with simple gestures? Here are some of them. Always look for the good in people. There are two sides to every story. We have our good and bad sides. So, look for the good in people. Focus on people's potential. Everyone has potential. So, rather than put them down, help them realize it. Choose to love. If you're given an option between giving love and receiving love, choose giving because that is a more practical choice. Treat everyone as equals. This means letting go of all the prejudice and partiality. See people for who they really are, not their jobs, not their apparels or bank accounts. If everyone does this, then the world will be a better place. Love yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. So, before you try to love other people, love yourself first. Forgive. We all make mistakes. So, whether it's a family or a stranger, the best way of showing love is forgiveness. Everyone deserves a second chance. Show compassion. Care for other people. Care for what they are going through. Do what you can to help. Give back to the community. Remember that a single drop of water can cause countless ripples. That donation, no matter how small, can inspire others to do the same. Smile, even to strangers. Remember that you're never fully dressed without a smile. So, do not underestimate the power of a smile. Not only does it lighten up your face, it will also brighten up another person's day. Be the spark of positivity you want to see. When you smile, the whole world smiles with you. This message is brought to you by Today95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Welcome to Area Talk on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt here in the city of Port Harcourt. Thank you for joining us on the program. On Area Talk, we'll look at issues that affect our communities, because if our communities are in good health, they can fend well for themselves, their well-being is well taken care of, then we are sure that the state will be doing well and the country at large. Now, there has been a proposal to continue with or to kickstart oil resumption in Ogoniland. Of course, you already know that there are several places after Oluibri that oil is being explored right now as we speak within the Niger Delta region. However, nothing to show for it. It is a discourse for another day. It's a continued conversation that we will talk about, will harp on it until maybe the oil finishes. The communities are devastated. Nothing to show. The communities are living in penury. They can't pinpoint anything. For the Ogoni case, you know the story better than I do. Shell came, and then there was a time came, and the people said, no, you can't continue. That's probably the reason why Ken Saro-Wiwa fought and said, you are destroying our environment. You must compensate us. You must do the needful. It gave birth to the Ogoni Bill of Rights, the UNEP report, and co. Right now, cleanup is ongoing. To the best of their knowledge, they said they are doing well. Then, there was another issue. When we heard there was an allegation that some money was paid, that money was meant for the people of Ogoni. $300 million was supposed to be paid to the people, was supposed to alleviate their sufferings, some form of compensation. However, we haven't heard much concerning that money, if it will be paid, when it will be paid, how that money will be utilized. One person that has been in the forefront of this particular issue is Dr. Douglas Fabike, President and CEO of the Ogoni Liberation Initiative. He has actually recently issued a 7-day ultimatum to the NNPC regarding the alleged diversion of the $300 million intended for the development of oil-impacted communities in Ogoniland. And this follows concerns raised by the Greater Ogoni in the misappropriation of these funds during the tenure of former Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike. Now, we have Dr. Douglas Fabike, CEO and President of the Ogoni Liberation Initiative. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Lucky. Good evening.
Good evening. Firstly, the $300 million, we've heard about it. It's still within the realm of allegation. When do you think it will be used to develop oil-impacted communities in Ogoni?
Well, Mr. Lucky, the $300 million is allegation against the NNPC, and they need to reply us. You know that I'm a man, I don't just talk. When I raise an alarm that Ogoni people have money that belong to them somewhere, a lot of people call me names. They call me several names. In fact, somebody told me in Abuja that the reason why they didn't allow me to go to Senate was because I was committed to recover that money for my people. Fine. You allow me to go to Senate because you want to collect Ogoni money. You don't concern me now. So it's an allegation against NNPC. And NNPC is a corporate organization. I expected that if there's an allegation, they should also defend themselves. We have written the first letter, and they didn't reply. Everybody kept silent. I think by law, such an organization as NNPC received a letter from us, and they didn't reply. If you keep quiet, if you have been accused for anything, for any crime, and you keep quiet, it means that you are guilty. Is that not so? So we are waiting them. Reply us. They know me very well. They know I was involved. The organization was involved. The community was involved in this process. And we are trying to seek to understand what happened. At what point? Who collected this money from you? And for why? What? Because somebody cannot say you bought Omeni level. Omeni level is located in Ogoni communities. And you go and collect money on behalf of the communities. Yes, this is an allegation. And this allegation has been made by so many persons. Leaders have come on air to say, yes, there was a money paid. Politicians came on air and say, yes, this is not all about fabricate. Nobody should threaten me. People have been saying it. Sukundu said this on air. Bomango has said it on air. We have investigative journalists who have published this information. And I also have a process that led to that money. So now we are written to you as a corporate organization. Reply us our letter. We wrote the first letter, we didn't get any response from NNPC. Now we have written the second letter. Okay, if you refuse to respond to us, we will take a legal action against NNPC. And so, who collected this money is what we are asking. Okay, if you did not pay any money, tell us you didn't pay any money. If we know that you pay money, then you remain for us to prove, yes, actually you pay money. We signed the handover of Omeni level to NNPC without any financial transactions. We were actively involved in this process. Mr. Lucky, I don't know why people overlook Ogoni communities. Anything that comes to Ogoni, people want to hijack it. And you look at the people as if they know nothing. And you now begin to see people who are praising evils. But this one, that we were in the community, were involved in this matter. NNPC asked me to ask the community to withdraw cases from court. It was one of the conditions in which we fought the legal battle between Shell and NNPC. Some people were calling me 419. When I was doing this, I campaigned from one village to the other, and I collected all the information, wrote a documentary on all the communities that are suffering environmental impact, and forwarded to the court.
Dr. Douglas.
Yes.
Firstly,
so why have NNPC refused to respond to our letter? Tomorrow is the expiry date of the 7th day of tomorrow. Respond to our letter. When you respond to our letter, fine. If you deny that nothing like that happened, then we now have that feeling that yes, NNPC have responded to us.
Doc.
That means I don't know why they're not responding. You recognize me when you want to fight the battle. Now that the battle has been fought, you don't want to recognize me again.
Okay, Doc.
And so what we are asking is what a normal citizen in the society should ask. where what happened, this allegation, clarify us whether it is true or false. If you say it is not true, then if we want to prove to you that it is true, then we now present our evidence. But now that you keep quiet and you never responded to any of our letter written to you, then we are going to go ahead and prove that yes, for the fact that you kept quiet, it is me that is true.
Doc, let me ask you this
And
question.
that is
What is the origin of this $300 million between Shell, NNPC, and now the Ogoni people? Was there any form of promise that, monies will be paid because we were there, we worked, we did not do the people well? What is the origin of this money?
There was promise, a lot of promise. Let me tell you what happened. Me and the organization of Ogoni Federation, if there was a time we begin to talk with the people, say, look, we need to go for compensation. It is there. It is on record.
Compensation for what, sir?
Compensation for impacted communities.
Okay.
Even before this cleanup, this political cleanup, before they flag up this political cleanup, that is the first thing they will have done. Because if Shell entered Ogoni in 1958 and Shell claimed to pull out in 1993, yet I have a document in my hand that Shell said why they said they were not doing oil exploration in Ogoni, NNPC was carrying out the business. We have several agreements between NNPC and Shell. Now, if you say you are pulling that down, come from 1958. Okay, if commercial business took place from 1959, come from 1959 to 1993. How many years is that? Now, for this number of years, you are coming back to the place and you acknowledge after people have died, after properties have been destroyed, after you polluted the environment, after you destroyed our economic activities, after you destroy our water, and everything that becomes the source of income and livelihood to the Ogoni people were destroyed, both life and human beings. You are coming back to flag up cleanup. Fine, you acknowledge that the environment was actually polluted. Now, the people that you are coming to me that you want to clean up, how were they faring for this number of years? By international law, are you not supposed to tell them sorry? Oh, we are sorry. We are sorry. This thing has happened. We are coming back to remediate. We are coming back to put in order the things that have been destroyed. Are you supposed to lead the people like that? No. We went to court and I met UNEP in their head office in UN and they said they were not asked to come and evaluate. Evaluation will now lead to compensation. They came to assess the environment. I brought an expert to come and evaluate the environment and the cost so that the people can be paid compensation, which is reflecting in the Ogoni Bill of Rights. While we went to court, Justice Obele was the judge over this matter. I made several attempts to federal government and I wrote a letter to them. Now they send their lawyer, Shell send their lawyer. We exchanged a lot of documents in the court. And we met the head of NNPC. Now they were having a challenge. The challenge they are having was that there is a pending judgment against the Nigerian government and the NNPC. We say that the federal government should renew the oil mining license for Shell to go back to Ogoni. But I never know that NNPC are even worse than Shell. And I want to say that for all the calamities that are happening in Ogoni, NNPC have a part of those calamities. Now they cannot face Shell to appeal that case. They don't have the legal ground to appeal that case because they are all partners in business. And we came on board and said, no, this case needs to be appealed. We appealed the case. I went to Ogoni with the communities, with the chiefs, and people that believed in that what I was doing. We tore around all the facilities in Ogoni with media and did a live coverage, did a live interview, visited all the places that we have oil wells, and took that documentary to court and gave it to the judge, the panel. And we said, look, this is the situation in Ogoni. We need to appeal this case, return back the oil mining license to federal government, so that the federal government can negotiate with the Ogoni people to restore back the environment, restore back the economic activity, pay them compensation. And you can go there and do business. Nobody is against oil exploration. We are not against it. Nobody will drink the oil. We have gone beyond that oil exploration. Now, on this course, I, with the organization, brought in a consultant. We brought in a consultant on this matter. And we were asked to go and withdraw several cases on the court, which I influenced those people to withdraw their cases. And I packaged all those documents, made a photocopy and gave it to them. On the basis that if we succeed, Ogoni community will be paid compensation. Just something to tell them sorry. Now we succeeded in this matter. We took on several months. And I know what I went through. I know what the people went through. People that believed in me. Some people were calling us overnight. Why some were following us? Because somebody can never imagine where such amount of money will come from. Now the case has been won. When the case was won, I was invited by the committee to go and arrange the leaders from host community, which I made a suggestion. Let it be a community-based meeting. We need representatives from Kenneth Onuwa family. We need representatives from the Ogoni 4. We need representatives from the Ogoni 9. We need representatives from host community. We did our data for 2 nights I spent in the hotel room here in Abuja and put in a document across all the 38 organizations in Ogoni. Voice will be represented. Now, when the meeting was held in Abuja, I was broke out from that meeting. I was surprised. I was the one that invited the senators and all other people to come. I was the one that gave them number and every other thing. And at the time that we were about to take the decision, I was NNPC. Meleka, who is the GMP to NNPC, was begging them to allow me inside. They refused. Now, fine, I'm not angry that I will refuse inside for final negotiation. The same people that I invited to Abuja went back to Rivers State and asked the former governor to lead them for a consultation. Now, what is the outcome of that consultation? Fine, I'm not after His Excellency, somebody sending message. I'm not after any other person, but I'm after NNPC. NNPC invited us to work with them, and they have my record, they have my input, and they know the role we play on behalf of the community. I didn't do this on my own. I did it on behalf of the community. These are the organizations that used to look for me in the hotel. I want to take the message back to the community that supported me. I want to tell them what happened. I want to tell them what has happened. In this Abuja, I brought Ogoni people, and we were locked out of a meeting. So what we are saying, we are going to get our evidence. If anybody claims to have taken over Women 11, and the Ogoni people are not aware, and you want to collect the money on behalf of the community, we are going to court to take those judgments and to extract those documents. And we have the evidence. They should reply us. They should tell us what happened. If that money was not made for the community, there's no problem.
Doc, what was the content of the letter you sent to NNPC?
The letter is that I have sent the first letter and asked for clarification. I have sent the second letter. The content of the second letter, I gave three things. I gave 3 demands. And I told them, look, this is the evidence I have. This is the evidence I have. This is what you asked us to do. I'm not all writing because I don't want to make noise. I'm writing because I was part of the process. And I have that legal right to get to know what happened. Because several times we asked, they keep telling me that Shell has not signed handing over. And which me, I have the document when Shell signed to hand over. Now, do you just see? Let me tell you, Maxwell, there is something I look at it in the scripture. What is happening to Ogoni people? It was happened to the children of Israel when Nehemiah came to restore the broken wall. You know what they told Nehemiah? They said, then I consulted with myself and I rebuked the nobles. And the people said, we don't have access to our children. We don't have access to our resources. We don't have access to our wealth. Other people are taking what belongs to us. That is the situation of Ogoni people now. Ogoni people don't have access to their resources. They don't even have access to the water they drink. We didn't know that what Ogoni people are drinking is poison. They don't have access to their destiny. The people have been manipulated to hate themselves. They have been manipulated not to see what is going on. And if it continues like this, the future of the next generation will collapse. $666 million has entered Ogoni land, and Ogoni land does not look like a place where they are pumping money. The federal government is pumping money into Ogoni. International community is pumping money into Ogoni. Shell is pumping money into Ogoni. The place does not look like a place that has received millions of dollars.
So where is this money going to? That's the issue.
That is what we are out to tell the world, because they are taking us for granted. We will go extra mile. We are non-violent people. We will not carry arms. We will use our Bible to defend the destinies of our children. They shouldn't grow into this calamity. This is a calamity. You look at the cleanup they say they are doing. 366 million was transferred through 5 accounts. Look at the country that those contracts we are giving are not even qualified to even clean a compound. We are coming to that because this is the final assignment. We are on the final assignment. Look at the water they say that they have given for the people to drink. It's just water that is not even safe to drink. So what offense have we committed for us to be treated this way? That for once, we cannot be sincere to ourselves. For once. And people are rejoicing because you are driving a big car. You are living in a big house in Abuja or Port Harcourt. You don't know what is happening in the community. Resources were given for the people so that they can use their resources to bless themselves. What we are asking now, we are not against oil resumptions. I have told somebody what we are doing is not against the negotiation that is going on. We support it. We support the dialogue. We support our leader. But we need to ask a question, where is this money?
You mean the $300 million?
That's fine. We are going to ask another one from tomorrow. There's a letter that we are sending to the Minister of Environment. The 300, that the Minister of Environment has $366 million US, over 500 and something billion naira.
Is this one a new money?
This one, I have written to them before and they never replied me. I have written 3 times and they never replied me.
What's the purpose of this other one, this 360
we have got, no, they say that one was used for cleanup. So what we have done now, we are going to send letter to the Honorable
Okay, it has been used already.
Yes, it has been used.
As in $360
it has
million.
Been used. Now tell me where they use the money to go. It has been used. Now that money was transferred through 5 accounts. And we have the tellers, and we have the transactions. We have the details of the company. They claim to have given those contracts. Why will you treat the people like this? Why will people be sitting there in Abuja and remote the Ogoni communities to increase oppression? We don't see, there is no time that anything comes to us free, and we see it that this is what comes to us out of the struggle that we did, out of the death, out of the pain, out of sleeping in the bush. We don't see anything that comes and say, this is what comes to the people that will make the common people to rejoice. The common people to rejoice. I'm saying the common people because I am very close to the grassroots people. These are women, these are people that slept in the bush. These are people that never have access into their community. Some of the boundaries of the Ogoni community today are compromised because those communities were deserted because the military killed people there and people ran away and they could not go back to the community. We have gone around the boundary of Ogoni and we discovered that some communities have been taken over by foreigners. So if such money comes, why can you close eyes for one and say, okay, let's use this money to better the life of the Ogoni? We're not up to 300. If we have 300 million, 300 million. Okay, if you want to take part, why not? You can give us 200 million. Then we have community that money can be shared to individuals. If Mama can use that money to go and trade, other will use it to solve their problem. Other will use it to go and plant. Other will use it for agriculture. They will remember, yes, there was a day that we went through pain. Even if it is not much, I have been a partaker of the blessing that come as a result of the struggle. So when we are asking, Maxwell, we are not carrying arms for anybody. We are not asking a question. There is an allegation. So defend yourself. If you are free, there is an allegation.
You gave
under a good government in democracy, under a government that have human face, people ask questions. That is why there is respect to human life. We ask questions.
Doc,
answer us. This allegation, answer us. That's what I tell NPC. If they refuse to answer us, we will make them answer us.
Doc, you gave NNPC 7-day ultimatum. When will it end?
The 7 day expire tomorrow.
So what next if there is no response from NNPC?
What next? We are going to wear our black and we are going to go for prayer. Everybody will put on the black at the solidarity march for the Ogoni community. We will put on the black and we are going to go to church for prayer. We have a prayer center, and when after the prayer, then we take the next step.
Now,
to keep asking the question.
You've been calling NNPC. If there was any money that was paid, assuming, and NNPC did not pay it, NNPC was supposed to pay the money, right? Am I correct?
NNPC was supposed to pay the money. Now, I think I brought them to Bori. Now, okay. All the people were there. We have the record.
They didn't pay.
I brought them to Bori. I brought them to Bori at the police post.
Was there
and when we finished, I took them to Gokana to go and see how they destroyed the environment. I know what came out of their mouth. I have the record. When we get to court, we play all those records. It's not something we are going to play on air. When we get to where we bring out the evidence, we bring out the evidence.
All right.
So if we are not worthy, if the people are not worthy to be compensated, then you tell us.
Was there any account, slated that this money will be paid into, and then you have a board that was supposed to oversee?
When they call a meeting for us, to come to Abuja, when they call a meeting for us to come to Abuja, I think that as they have gathered the Ogoni people to come to Abuja, then the people will have nominated an account to pay this money into this account and let the money be shared among communities. But we never get to that level when the whole process was hijacked. The process was hijacked, and I was not part of the process again. So I'm going to ask the question from where I stopped, because I initiated the move. I know what some of them told me. They say, if not because of me, they will not get involved. I said, don't worry. This thing is going to be a success. And it was a success. So now I'm starting from where they asked me to stop.
So now, what is the role of the state government then and now concerning this allegation of the $300 million that was allegedly paid, or probably allegedly diverted, if it was paid?
That is what we want to hear from NNPC.
No, I'm talking about the state government. Don't they have, to say something? Have you written any letter to the state government?
This government is a new government, and I think at some time I wrote to this government to check if there was any information as regard to this issue. I've written to the state government, and I will never get any reply. But I've gone to court to get documents as regard to the Women 11 issue. And we have gotten all the documents, and what we saw there is very good. It's good. What we saw there is good. It's giving us more evidence. And we also have a judgment that came from the Supreme Court that led to the ability to receive this compensation. We are going to expatiate everything, dissect all the information, and come out with our facts. We come out with our facts. We come out with our evidence. We come out with our information. Both the one that we are involved, we come out with it. We have some records. We have some live records. And those people who have made allegations and those people who have spoken about it, there are evidences. People have come to tell me that they want to go and give evidence in court. Anytime I'm ready, they are ready to come and give evidence. So for me to talk like this, I'm not just talking. I don't talk without evidence. I don't have time. I don't have energy to disturb the society with noise. Anytime you see me coming out to say something, I have my evidence. I'm by myself. It's always in my pocket. So that we have people that are going to come in to give evidence. When we get to court, people will come and give evidence in court.
Doc, if
yes,
at the end of the day, assuming hypothetically, NMPC says, "Oh, monies were paid, blah 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 blah," how do you expect this money to come out from wherever it was paid? If probably the people that these monies were paid to probably have started using it. You know, money is no man's friend.
Yeah, when we get to that bridge, we cross it. I don't want to empty what maybe what is going to happen if they say, okay, we give money to so person. When we get there, if the person collected the money that belongs to the community, then we are going to see how he's going to refund the money.
The other money you talked about that they claim they have expended, was it on the cleanup, the $360 million? Is it on the cleanup?
$366 million have been used.
For the UNEP
and that
cleanup.
money was paid through the trust fund. So all the member of that trust fund who signed that money and those who are involved, they are all going to be indicted. When we are going to come out with the document, we are going to ask the Ministry of Environment to come and give us the evidence of what they use the money for. We already collected the company that they say they awarded those contracts. Were they qualified? Where do you clean? Because so many places we are reaching that they say, the organization that are supposed to certify those people that clean the environment, they are supposed to come up with evidence that this is what we have done. Has there been any evidence that this is what has been done? Fine, what is going on? But fund has been mismanaged. The thing that is going on is not to the benefit of the community. And very soon it will be over. So before it is over, we need to present some evidence that, look, these people have been highly cheated. And this is our evidence. So this one is a simple matter. We have all the documents ready already. And we are going to attach our letters and forward it to the Honorable Minister tomorrow so that he can call those companies, because we don't just talk about it. When we are giving letters to investigate, I was authorized to investigate. My organization was authorized to investigate. So we have used 2 years to carry out this investigation. 2 years to carry out the investigation, and we have discovered what happened. We have discovered where those money were paid to. We have discovered where the money comes from. We have discovered those who collected the money. So if you look at the document, we have about 100 and something documents. We attach it to a letter and send it to the Honorable Minister. Bring this company back. Some of the places they say they clean Ogoni, those names does not exist. Those names, there is some of those, I will let her carry the name that does not exist in Ogoni. So I don't care where anybody will insult me or whatever. Because anytime I come and talk about it, they keep insulting me. How long will you insult somebody because of the truth? Yes, Jesus Christ came and told people the truth and he was insulted. So why would that be insulted? So that one is apart. That one is apart. That one is a simple case. Just like I said, we are on our final mission. After this time, when we get all these things through, we move to the next level to develop our land. We support the dialogue that is going on. We will not do anything that will tamper with the security of the people. Fine, no. But we need to ask questions. Things that are supposed to have been done before now and are still yet undone. What next? What next? Okay, if they are coming to do oil exploration now, that means we forget about the 300 million. They are taking it. These other 366 million, have they cleaned the environment? Show us the evidence that Ogoni environment is safe. Show us the evidence that the people are drinking the clean water. We need to ask this question. And if they cannot answer this question, Ogoni matter is an international matter. We move beyond this country, but I trust President Tinubu that he is capable and he has the ability to handle the situation. So if the president cannot handle the situation, then we move to where our matter will be handled. Yes, Ogoni matter is an international matter.
Doc, hold on. Let's take this short break. We'll be right back.
95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
And we're back.
Please listen to the following announcement. A radio station in Port Harcourt is offering the following job openings. An experienced marketer, a traffic officer. Interested applicants should please send their application letter and CV to radiojob2000@gmail.com.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Yes, Doc. Good evening. Doc.
Yes, Matt.
Are you still there? Okay. So, now, let us, for the $300 million that was supposed to be paid as compensation, that you're asking, where's the money? Has the money been paid? Who was it paid to? This money was meant to develop like a form of compensation. Is this money supposed to come before any other thing is done, like the oil exploration that is being canvassed right now? Was this money supposed to be paid to the oil-impacted communities before any other thing is done? Doc, are you there? Hello, Doc? Can you hear me, sir? Yes, Doc, can you hear me now?
Maxwell.
Yes, Doc, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm with you 100%.
Now, I said, this $300 million, was it supposed to come first before any other negotiation is done as regards oil exploration?
Yes, now, that compensation was supposed to come. The people are supposed to be compensated before any other negotiation, now. But like I said, the negotiation can be going on while we are talking about it. But you're supposed to come first now. You cannot wound somebody and came back and say, okay, let's start business. You never treat the wound. The wound has to be treated. You have to say sorry. There are things that are supposed to have done before even the cleanup. But the cleanup was ethnic flag up. It was flag up politically. And that is why people cannot manage it. You see? But there are things that are supposed to have been done. You left some people wounded. The people were wounded. Thousands were killed. Leaders were hanged to death. People were marched to death. So you are coming back to us. What are you supposed to do? That compensation should be the first thing. We are sorry. Please take this and let us start negotiating. Let's start negotiation. But while we are on for negotiation, then we want to offer this to say we are sorry. If you spoil somebody's property now, you will just come back and start laughing with the person without amending what you spoil. So that is supposed to be the first thing to be done. And that is what we are crying for. This is the first thing you need to do. You need to tell the people sorry. Which way will you tell them sorry? If you spoil my thing, you come and repair it. Don't jump step one don't jump step one and go to step 3. You are supposed to do step 1. So I think that thing will have support. That does not stop whatever that is going on. We will manage it, but we need to ask this question.
So whatever is going on can go on, and then
while
they pay this money.
We keep on asking this question to make sure that things are straightened. Things are supposed to be the way it should.
Have you also reached out to the National Security Advisor, the DSS, every other security outfit concerning this issue?
My letter is everywhere. Even today, I had a meeting with DSS. They came looking for me where I was on site in Tai. And they came from the head office and, look for me, and we sat down, we talked, and I told them, they showed me a post. Who posted? I said, I posted it. Whatever I wrote, I can defend it with evidence. And I told them the reason why I posted that, when I say I'm counting days for NNPC. So my letter is with DSS. My letter is with all the security agencies in Nigeria. I cannot just wake up and do something without informing them. They are well informed. And I have told them what is in my mind, what I'm going to do. So they are aware. They are aware of my movement. I don't hide it from anybody.
All right, let's take some reactions from listeners. Feel free to join the conversation.
And as an indigenous, we're going to ask questions. When something is going wrong, we have the right to ask questions. Why? If nobody asks question, we are going to all die one day. Nobody asks question. Over things that we are going to ask question because some people are in authority. Some people want to oppress you. Some people want to threaten you. You didn't ask question. Pharaoh threatened Moses, but God was with Moses and he led the people of Israel out of the land of Egypt. So your threat cannot stop us from asking questions. We will keep asking this question until we get the answer. And if you don't give us answer, we know how to get the answer from you.
Well, let's take some reactions from people. If you are also from an oil-impacted community within the Ogoni axis or within the Emoha axis, the Ahoda axis, the Orashi region, do you think you also deserve some form of compensation if your land has been desecrated? Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Maxwell.
Robin Macha, go ahead.
I'm listening to the cry that people of Niger Delta, the Ogonis, the Orashis, the Epes, like I, the son of Epes, that we are shouting every day, in a government that is a civilian, constitutional democracy, wherein the government is supposed to force people than but as if we are a conquered people. People that with natural oil, no road, from there. People die. Why do they?
Robin Maja, please call back if you can. 0810-9510-951. If you're from an oil-impacted community, do you think you also deserve some form of compensation by the company that is operating within your area? Good evening. Yes, go ahead. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Innocent. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead.
Yeah, naturally, it's very unfortunate what is happening in Ogoni land. In fact, following the incident that happened in Ogoni from 30-something years or thereabouts, I don't think any Ogoni son should be complaining of poverty or money or development, problem of water, problem of agriculture. Don't just name it. Do you know what it means? In Ogoni land, the amount of money that we have been hearing, and yet nothing to show for it. I don't know why the Ogonis are enemies of themselves. Look at the doctor in the studio. I have been following you up. He has been struggling to make sure that everything goes well. Yes, there are some saboteurs making sure that things do not work. They are interested in cutting away with the resources of the Ogoni generally. I don't really understand. Why are we like this? So I'm encouraging you, please, Doc, continue the fight. God is with you. Because I've been following you. God is with you, and you will succeed in whatever thing you are doing. If actually some people have been eating that money, $300 and something billion or million dollars, is it a small money? And they think they can eat it and go scot-free. So I encourage you, Doc, don't give up. God will see you through. And that money will be brought. Whoever has collected that money, we must pay for it. Look at how many people have died in Ogoni. Blood money. They are not even afraid. People have died. And they are interested in eating blood. It's blood money. Thank you very much, sir. Innocent is my name. In fact, I feel as if I'm Ogoni. I'm really vexed.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Maxwell.
Go ahead, sir.
I am very, very angry at the attitude of some Ogoni leaders. Ogoni people have suffered. Let me tell you, I was around 9-10 years. We lived in Bender Street town when Sarawa was hanged, killed for what he believed, for the emancipation of his people, for the freedom of his people, their rights. He died with many options. He rejected those options. He rejected those free gifts. He rejected heaven. I am not from Ogoni, but it pains me when people are struggling for the good of many, and then few decided to corner, and then take the good things of the people, of the whole people, even those who does not have stake in what happened, those who was not affected those who was even benefiting from the loss of the death of leaders that have been fighting for the freedom and for the rights of Ogoni. Those who benefited, whose brother benefited, are still benefiting today because they are elites. And even today, go and see Ogoni. Paint me. Go and see the land. Go and see the land as they killed leaders, killed children, killed mothers, killed pregnant women, killed youths. It pains me a lot that people jettison all those important things. And then, what do they want? They want to, they are drinking the blood of those that died. They are eating the flesh of those that died. They are drinking from the land that the blood of innocent people we have poured. No good drinking water. No food growing there. Poverty everywhere. Rampaging the whole communities in Ogoni. Today, somebody fought and died for you. Instead of you to continue the fight, what will you do? Go in conjunction with the federal government that have no sincerity of purpose.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Yes, good evening, go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Maxwell.
Yes, Reginald, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mr. Maxwell, let me start by appreciating the doctor, even though I follow this conversation lately, somehow lately. I'm sure that is Dr. Fadeke.
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Yes. I think I continue to pray for him. Because the struggle that he is in, doing Ogoni land, is not a small one. And I wish we have people like Dr. Fadeke in the chair. Because go to Umechem, go to Mebele, go to Karago, go to Dogwa, go to Abara, go to Umerengo and Ugo in general, and other communities that are oil producing communities in the chair. Mr. Maxwell, you need. And the multinational are not doing anything. They are getting scot-free because they don't have people like Dr. Fadeke who agitate. What Dr. Fadeke is standing on is what has been agreed upon before now. And why will Ogoni people, why will they be the ones to sabotage it? Imagine a situation where $320 million enter into Ogoni land for the purpose of sharing to the people, empowering the people. You know how the people's life will change. And they are talking about clean up that the environment has been completely impacted in a way that even agricultural things cannot. Who are the multinational? Who are the company that will do it professionally? The people are just cutting corners. And that is the same situation we have here in Nigeria. Only in the case of Nigeria, nobody is talking. Nobody that can come up openly to do what this man is doing, sacrificing his own money, own effort, own everything, not for the sake of the people.
Thank you.
But I pray that God Almighty will continue to pray.
Thank you, sir.
And then let him be very careful because there are so many enemies to continue as long as this journey is concerned. Thank you, Mr. Maxwell.
Thank you very much. Doc, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here, Maxwell. I'm listening to you.
So finally, Doc, you said the ultimatum will expire tomorrow.
Ultimatum will expire tomorrow. On Saturday, everybody will put on black. Everybody will put on black. We have a prayer on Saturday. Saturday is the first Saturday of the month. We normally gather for prayer. So that prayer, we are going to wear black from solidarity for the many people to seek justice. I've also told those people who are interested to ask this question, we should also come with black and do a press conference then and end there. Then we take the next step until the NFCC will reply us and clarify us the history behind this allegation. So we are not going to be violent. We are going to go by law. And that we are working. We are also working towards so many things that will bring development to the community. We're not only just making noise to ask questions. We are also bringing development and investment opportunity to community. So Saturday is a very big day for me because the ultimatum expires tomorrow, but Saturday is the final day to remove the black. And when we remove that black, the next step is going to be a higher function.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fabeke. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hello, Doc. Doc, can you hear me? All right, let's take more reactions. Yes. Good evening, welcome.
Marcel, good evening.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Hugo. Marcel, I do remember that when Abadi was Senate President, the people of Niger Delta jumped to high heaven. This weekend was made Minister of Niger I'm trying to bring down anybody. I'm so we're handling, clapping hands.
Okay. Doc, hello, Doc.
Yeah, Lucky.
Finally, in 30 seconds, do you have faith and hope, let me say in God, that this money will be paid and the people will get compensated?
Yes, I have hope, Lucky, more than 100%. We will get it right. I have hope. If you ask me of what percentage of hope, I say more than 100% we are going to get it right by the social grace of God.
Doc, you are aware this is Nigeria?
In Nigeria, yeah. People will receive their compensation by the social grace of God. There is nothing that cannot be.
You have 1 minute.
Government can resolve any kind of problem. There is nothing that's spoiled that you cannot amend. No matter, that is why if you are driving a car, we have an editor, we have an electrician. If the car gets accident, we take it to workshop. So the federal government takes people to workshop.
All right.
So that things that have been destroyed can be amended.
Thank you, sir.
Both from the environment, from the water, the safe water they are giving us, and every other things. We work everything now. Everything we work well. Everything we work out well. I got great.
Thank you very
much. Everything work out well.
Thank you. Dr. Douglas Fabeke, CEO of Ogoni Liberation Initiative. Thank you very much, sir, for coming on the show. All right. I'll still take reactions. Yes. Good evening.
Yeah, Max. Mr. Zion.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
This 300 billion, is it the one our sister Honorable
Exactly.
told us
yes,
about?
Yes.
But I thought some elites said they're already in court seeking for that money. Or they gave them money, they kept quiet. I want to beg Dr. Fabeke, this money belongs to Ogoni that died. And I want to set the record straight here. Not only the Ogoni that died that day. A lot of students were affected, the Ijos were affected, a lot of ethnic nationalities were also affected. And one particular man will pocket the money. Upon all his name was mentioned, he couldn't come out to say anything. It's really unfortunate how he loves to see the people suffer. A means has come at least to apologize to the people. He stood for the people to return their money to them. Is now dilly-dallying. The truth is this. Our sister Boma Goodhead, thank you for making this revelation known to us, and to Professor or Dr. Fabeke. Please do not give up. I, Mr. Zion, and my believers in solidarity, we will stand with you. On that first Saturday, I will send a communique to all my followers. We are going to be on black. in standing for the Ogonis, Mr. Zion.
Thank you, Mr. Zion. That's much we can take on this segment. We'll go for a short break and come back for eyewitness reports. Please start sending in your eyewitness reports. Send them to 0701 9339 962. WhatsApp and regular messages.
Say no to the ordinary. Embrace the extraordinary. Because we are the voice of the people. Voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM.
I dey sing, you dey dance, you dey wine. When you cry, I go wipe your eyes. Give me your bag, make I feel like Muto. I'm the only one, you don't need another. I hold you down, you know this, baby. And I've told you now, I'm right there, I there for you, baby. You don't get anywhere where I want to. If I could, I would love you in my next life. I don't really care about tomorrow. As long as you there right now, I go there fine. You got me here when I'm low, low. Daddy, you can take my soul. All these things where they talk right now, I just fill up my body and bone. Body and soul. Body and soul. Oh, body and soul. I love the way you put it on me. That's the way you did to me, you demand me. It's a vibe and I'm rocking your body. The competition for your side, oh, they know this. Let me look me well, I don't be novice. Only you, I wanna need nobody, no. Oh, 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 oh. So baby girl, I hold you down. You know this, baby. And I've told you now. I dare, yeah, I dare for you, baby. I hold you down. You know this, baby. And I've told you now. I dare, yeah, I dare for you, baby. Don't get anywhere where I want to go. If I could, I would love you in my next life. I don't really care about tomorrow. As long as you there right now, I go there fine. You got me high when I'm low, low. Sorry, you can take my soul. All these things that I did talk right now, I did feel up on my body and soul. Have you seen the sun? Have you seen the moon? They are shining light for you. And have you seen the stars shining in the dark? 'Cause God is still watching you. Life is beautiful, however you choose. Be grateful for life. Love is beautiful whenever I'm with you. What a time to be alive. In no matter the condition, believe in your heart and you go there alright. No forget say after rainfall, and after the dark, the sun goes shine. Keep your heart, my friend, don't lose yourself. In the morning time, the sun goes shine. Do your best, but don't lose yourself. 'Cause in the morning time, the sun goes shine. Have you ever seen the love in a mother's eyes when she holds her little one? And have you seen the joy in a father's pride in a son he truly loves? Wherever you go, remember, make it shine your light, reach December, never lose your soul. Whatever you do, remember, stay humble and cool your temper. Don't forget your own. 'Cause in no
tight and learn to fight. Now that you're on your own, you go hard sometimes, you go fall sometimes, you won't understand. Never go be try, but you go do alright. You are in safe hands. No matter the condition, believe in your heart and you go do alright. No forget say after rainfall and after the dark. So keep your heart, my friend. Don't lose yourself.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back. Yes, we're back indeed. So it's now time for you to send me your eyewitness report, and I'll gladly take it on the show. Please dial 0810 9510 951 0817 00000951. What is that thing within your environment that you can see, feel, that you don't like? Please, I'd love to take a listen. Send the message to the appropriate authority. Here in our climb, we are the ones who tell government what they are supposed to do. In other climes, government know what to do. They just go ahead to do it. Here, you have to shout and remind government of their job because they are busy. Those who occupy those positions, I don't know what they are busy doing. But anyway, like I always say, we deserve the kind of leaders that we have, because even we serve our own day for our body. Yes, we deserve the kind of leaders we have. We are the ones who hail them now, call them all manner of good names, quarrel people who seem to have the guts to ask questions. We quarrel such people, we insult them on social media. There's a media war going on in one of the South states because a lawyer is trying to hold past governors accountable, and people are coming after him. Quite unfortunate. You just know that the mind of the average Nigerian youth has been captured. The mind of the average Nigerian youth, what did I say, has been captured. Good evening.
Good evening, Lucky Maxwell.
Go ahead, Robin Maja.
Lucky Maxwell. Lucky Maxwell.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Well, there are tears in my eyes after the discussion with Dr. Fabeke. I just want to call you that I adopt all what he has said. I'm still crying about my land at the grabbed. The governor of Rivers State, His Excellency, should come to my aid. Brother Mother the farmer. God bless you.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Larry Innocent. I'm calling from Bakaka.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I want to talk about financial organizations, banks, insurance companies, pension fund administrators. Matt, why is it that this group of organizations or group of companies that I mentioned, when it's time for them to collect money, they are always using sweet talk to make sure that they collect their money. But it's time for you to collect. Come and see problem. Why is it so? Somebody will now put money 10 years after, 5 years as the case may be. At the end of the day, to release that money for you is a problem. They will be giving you stories. They want to check this, they want to check that. I don't really understand. Please, the Central Bank of Nigeria should wake up to their responsibility. The federal government should wake up to their responsibility, because you can't tell me that someone will have money and to get that money back is a problem. They want to use it to do one or two things. At the end of the day, they will be giving you stories. Come today, come tomorrow, come today, come tomorrow. And they will tell you that they are saving the money for you. The interest is yours. I don't really understand. So that is just my eyewitness. The federal government and the CBN should do something, because people are suffering in this country. Your money, you give the bank their money to help you and save. To collect the money is a problem. Insurance company, the same. Pension fund administrators, the same. Thank you very much. I Innocent is my name.
Thank you, sir. It's a systematic problem. And, these things are ongoing because we've not got good leadership. Everything is just about leadership. You understand? It boils down to good leadership. Once there's good leadership, all this thing is not an issue. Please beg PhD at Guruta to have God's face small and give us light. It's so painful that you have appliances to make your life comfortable, but wicked PhD will not give light month for no just reason, but will come bring bill. What a pathetic situation. Josie, thank you. Now, we have also discovered, I got a report yesterday within a particular area, that what the police does is just come around with Sienna, is it Sienna? Yes. To arrest innocent people who are just, the weather is hot. Young people come out to receive fresh air in the evening, particularly the student-dominated environment. I got that report, and we're going to follow it up. And then they just come around, they just pick people. They just arrest them. I don't know if it's the Choba police station that is doing that. They will just come around a particular area where people are receiving fresh air because of the heat inside. And people will have to stay as late as 10, after 10, before they go in to sleep. And then they will just start arresting people arbitrarily. Innocent people who are on their own. They did nothing. Somebody is just somewhere eating popcorn, taking fresh air, eating banana, taking fresh air. You just come, you just pick them, put inside your vehicle, arrest them, and take it for them to bail themselves. For what? As in, why are you arresting them? That's what we have discovered. The CP should do the needful. I've continued to say this. The police seem to be oppressing citizens. I pray that the citizens don't bounce back. In this country, we don't hold people accountable until the other oppressed, the one who is oppressed, starts kicking back. That's when people say, oh no, why did you do that? I believe the police authorities know what their men are doing. All this deny that it's not our men, no, it's not our men. So are they doctors? Uncle Max, good evening. I want to use this medium to call on our able governor to look into the welfare of persons living with disabilities in River State. For over 9 years, the River State government has paid lip service concerning their welfare. They are in penury, they are in hunger, many are sick. Please, the governor should come to our aid. Pastor Goody, thank you very much. Michael, thank you. Thank you, Michael. Good evening. Please tell the Ikwere local government chairman to fix Elele NEPA light. Maxwell, do you know that for the past 5 years, Elele have not had lights? And the allocation is coming to the local government every month. And Ikwere local government chairman is busy doing nothing. Sweet Stony, thank you. Go ahead, good evening.
Yeah, Maxwell, good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm Comrade Muhammad Chigos here. I'm calling from Eberomuma. My eyewitness report is about the recent happenings in Umma. There's a guy walking a phone, another thing at Umuputa. The way a guy came to his shop and they brutalized him. Although he was rushed to hospital, we don't know whether he's dead or not. But by this time tomorrow, I will confirm the...
What happened to him? What happened?
Maybe one of the guys at Umelechi, the guy is working their phone. So something that nature, maybe the phone is not okay, they came to the shop and they market him. The blood was too much. So they are rushing to hospital. By this time tomorrow, I will give you feedback.
And the person who did that, has the person been arrested?
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. You didn't hear me. Tamno Saki Jumbo says, my eyewitness report is that Akpabio says only 30% of Nigerians pay tax. Which tangible thing will they use this money for? Democracy is a blessing to many countries, but rather Nigeria is suffering under democracy. The military planned and built Abuja. They created all 36 states, created all 774 LJs. Military also built the third mainland bridge, which is the second longest in Africa. They also built all the refineries in Nigeria, which democracy couldn't maintain. During the military era, Nigeria was the giant of Africa, that. Okay, Tamno Saki. Well, vote in the right leaders, support the right leaders. Let me tell you something. If everybody come out on social media, on every, media platform to condemn the actions of politicians, they will change a little bit. They monitor, they see what people write, they hear what people say. They know that once this one says this one will counter this one will counter this one, and they are happy. So they know the people are still confused. Good evening.
Yeah, Marcel.
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening. Thank you. Marcel, I want to Rumodia can roundabout. I do not know whether, I don't know whose responsibility it is to patch just at that roundabout. We have about 2 places that are not okay. 2 giant potholes. Each time you see, what do you call them? Trailer loaded with beer bottles, all those things, falling there, always causing hold up on that particular road, going to Oginiba, going to Rumasi, and coming down to Mini Okoro. And authorities will see trailers falling every day, almost on daily basis, with broken bottles, everything. And they will never care to patch those 2 potholes. Then when you get to Mini Okoro police station also, just at the entrance of the police station, you will still see pothole, a minor pothole there. What those ones in black and white, what they're after is just that money. You will see them station their men there, collecting 1 naira, 2 naira. But they can never even say, let them use this 1 naira to buy only 1 bag of cement. 1 bag of cement only will patch that bad portion in front of their station there. They will not do it. So I call on authorities, those whose responsibility is to do that, to take care of that Rumodia can roundabout. It is causing a lot of mayhem there. Thank you, Marcel.
All right, thank you. Go ahead. Good evening.
Yes, Mr. Maxwell. Good evening to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is Mr. Austin, a.k.a. Mr. White. I want to comment on the new pattern the NPS are doing now. Trading people anyhow and anyhow. Mr. Maxwell, and I hope, as we are talking now, the Commissioner of Police and other area commanders in River State, they are hearing. See, this man should take time off. Before men go open up for their body, they should take time. They should do things right. They are professional officers. Not just anyhow, any street, any area. As they are patrolling, they enter back people. Because it's okay. They should do things professional or else. People deserve to. People deserve. Me, self, I deserve. Me, personally, I deserve. But I'm advising that they should do things professional as uniform men, not harassing people, touching people's phone. You know, go to touch my phone because if you touch my phone, you don't gas you. I go die. But before I go die, maybe 10, 20.
No, nobody will die. Don't go there, please. Please.
Mr. White.
All right, thank you. Please don't preach violence. Yes, we are talking to the hierarchies to talk to their men to do the needful. Like I said, in that area I talked about, student-dominated area, within the first mechanic axis, they just came and then they sent that report to me. They just came and started picking innocent children who were outside receiving fresh air. Just started picking them, and then for them to come and build themselves. People that their parents send them to come and school. Well, I blame the university environment, because if they had enough hostels, students will be on campus now learning. When they are done, they go to their hostel to go and sleep. Will police enter Uniport and arrest people arbitrarily? Except there's a call that so person needs to be arrested. That's when the police comes in. You don't just come into an area and then you start arresting people. On one Sunday morning, I was going to church, and we saw them searching the car of a young man who had his family, just like he was putting on dread. So anybody who is on dread is a criminal. I mean, we have more criminals in government house. Police won't go there to arrest them because they give them peanuts. It's the criminal, it's the innocent people on the street. If you have information, you have been taught on what to do. We stay here and we preach that the police welfare should be improved. We preach that police officers should be taken care of. We preach that security agencies should be given security also. But it is not that the same security agents should turn around and then be harassing innocent citizens. We don't want to throw this nation into a state of anarchy. Please, security agencies, if you see the report I got yesterday, no, it wasn't nice at all. It wasn't nice. Young, intelligent, vibrant, innocent boys who were just receiving fresh air. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Maxwell.
Yes, go ahead.
My name is Goody, calling from Port Harcourt.
Yes, please.
My eyewitness is this. I saw people, all these women, Mama Puts. I just wish to tell all of them, they should stop buying all these rotten tomatoes with maggot and mucus that surround the tomatoes. And they will like to go and buy those places, and so that when they will buy it, they will cook it, and they will get money. And the soil is very cheap, and people will be happy. We don't even care how they prepare all these things. And the next thing people will buy, they will eat. They should take care of our health and their own personal health. It is no good for our health. Most of them wait for the on Sunday and the rotten tomatoes. Say, Madam, keep those ones for me. And when they keep it for them, they will come and pack it. And again, this Elele, light, I wish they should endure. Because let them not behave like a tortoise who have been in the toilet for many years. The day they bring the toilet out, about to bring the tortoise out, tortoise was shouting, a shit, the smell, something the smell. I don't like it.
Don't use that word, please.
Okay, my brother. Come and take me out of this place, so this thing is smelling. Do you know that the wire have gone from Elele Alimini now down to Elele, Big Elele? And some people are saying over 5 years we have not gotten light. Have you been shouting? Was this chairman the former chairman? Did you talk anything? No. Now you are almost getting light. There is wire now, 4 wire at a Big Elele. And somebody is saying if we don't get light, this chairman is not.
Well, it's the person's right to talk now, even if it's now. Better late than never. Thank you.
Should help us. Let us endure. Because all these things are coming. I'm not in support of anybody. I'm not a politician, and I can never be.
Why are you saying they should endure? Endure for what?
See, that's why I know you stand always, but the one thing is this: it is coming. So far as there is light there, at least a minute. You cannot. The chairman cannot just do it and finish it tomorrow. At least wires should be going one after another. They are there. The work is going on. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Thank you.
The work is going on. It's not stopping. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Go ahead.
Hello, Master. Good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, you're doing a nice job.
Yes, please.
Yeah. My name is Robert calling from my home.
Go ahead, sir.
My concern is this manhole at Emenike Junction by Ikore Road. And the job was up there. You know, there's one protector they normally use after construction to cover that hole. The so-called wonderful boys have removed that iron. And we're approaching rainy season. The next thing now, you hear maybe for a radio other session that somebody has fallen inside that hole. Emenike Junction by that filling station there is widely open. If you rain heavy, now somebody will fall inside that hole. Another one is that Ikore Road by, in short, almost the whole my church from Ikoku Junction down to my third part, the whole manhole there now has been removed. I don't know, I might to call, what is his name again, the chairman, what is his name, local chairman. I might inform him of what to do. I think there are people that should be informing them of this kind of minor things that they should fix before it took somebody's life. I'm not talking about the flavor, on top of flavor, all the manholes on top of flavor have been removed. Cocoa flavor, that was not kind of person, so it's not a problem for people. But this one, that people are perfect. As soon as we get to rainy season now, the next thing is that somebody will fall inside that place. I will start discussing a different type of another kind of. That's just what I want to call attention.
Thank you. Charles says, Maxwell, good evening. It's difficult to sleep in Choba community because there's no light in this kind of weather, hot weather. Yet estimated bills continue to come. What offense have we committed? Charles Yeraba. Max, last Friday was in Ahoda East, areas within Ikata, Ochiba. I saw what looks like an abandoned health center and has been taken over by elephant grass. The buildings in there need a little renovation to put them back to use. Thank you, Kanu. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Mr. Mars, good evening.
Welcome, sir. Go ahead.
Mr. Divine,
yes,
you
please.
from Dakota. Mr. Mars, my own eyewitness, this man that just came today, Dr. Beke, am I right? So there are so many things he said. I think I really applaud his courage. But sometimes all these will not be straightforward. I think that is another part of it that we're not really getting right. You get? There are some certain things that he said, I really love that. But looking at from the trajectories, the way we know now, things that we were, whatever, we know what really transpired, though I will put it allegedly. How him now was among the people that confiscated the abandoned property and all that, that he was even the one that did it.
This is the eyewitness, sir. We've gone beyond that conversation.
I'm talking about an eyewitness, the man that just spoke this evening now.
And so what's really the eyewitness?
The eyewitness in it is this. If we want to make reference, there are some certain things we should also try to cite. We set the record straight. Let it not be that maybe now history is repeating itself. Or maybe now what we wish others is coming back to us. So this is number one. Number two, Mr. Mas, River State government,
River State government should try and do some investments in terms of business. Governments normally do business now. So, but here now, I'm not really seeing much of that. River State should invest money in businesses, maybe agro center or power center. Before you know it, money will start coming from that place. We will start generating funds. Thank you, Mr. Marks.
Thank you very much. All right. Good evening, Max. Aneli Chibweze says, my eyewitness report is on Igwi Afara, Mba Road. Kudos to the Executive Governor of River State. As I speak with you now, work is ongoing, seriously. My thanks also goes to the Executive Chairman of Eche, Honorable Dr. Uzode Mawafo, and the Chairman Simplified Movement in Eche, Honorable Ambrose Ibukwe. All right. Because of that road. All this praise. You know, when you have suffered for too long and respite comes, it will look as though heaven has come down. Good evening, Uncle Max. I bought one toothpaste called ... When I pressed to my toothbrush, it was 2 lights. Not think like... Yeah. Okay, you mean the quality has dropped. Good evening, go ahead.
Good evening, Mark.
Yes, please.
Mr. Douglas.
Go ahead, sir.
Address. Mark, my eyewitness today is Nigerian police force. Some time ago, I said that these people should go on the training on.
Hello? Yes, good evening, go ahead.
Hello? Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, sir. Dr. Matt.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, I have 2 things on my mind. One of them is about the member representing the people of Koron in the River State House of Assembly. Hello?
Yes, sir, go ahead, we're listening.
Yes. I don't know if truly our vote counts. I don't know if our vote counts because I see no reason why we should elect somebody who cannot come down to the grassroots and see his people. I mean, what is it do? What has it been doing for us in the LGA? Nothing. Whatever development that we will encourage expressing today is as a result of what the governor is doing. Himself as a member representing us at the state assembly. Nothing. We'll be talking, but we brought to him. He's not responding. I don't know if his son will start dragging his name online. That is when he will know that we are serious. That's one. Then secondly, this thing road that they are working on, I don't know if Julius Berger can tell these metal dealers to suspend the breaking of drainages. Pending when they get to the point where they want to work on before they start breaking. Because I don't see any reason why they should start breaking the drainage system when the work has not even gotten to that junction and causing more harm to people that are using those areas. It is not nice to me. I think the government should do something about it so that people don't fall into those issues and get themselves injured. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Max, my eyewitness one, scavengers are turning the spot for waste into something else. They scatter the waste anyhow. Rewama is not working again. Agboro boys are too much on our roads. From Park to Eleme Junction. All right. Thank you very much. Yes, Michael. Sin. Good evening.
Hello, Mark.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, sorry. I was the network was poor. I was talking about the Nigerian police force. I was coming back from work along the Ikure Road. Along the Ikure Road, price 1 or 2 things at Laputi. Now, I got to St. Thomas. A policeman arrested
a driver, a private vehicle driver, and they had this disagreement, and the policeman was like almost pouncing on the driver. I don't know their disagreement, whether the particulars are not clear, but the way he was talking to the driver, as if he was to swallow him, he was just intimidating the man. My concern is this. I have always said it that the Nigerian police force, the rank and file, should go back on a reorientation or retraining to know how to do modern policing. This is not the way to do it. This is a fellow man like yourself. Violence is not a monopoly of anybody. We all have good background of violence. Everybody has a fair share of this.
Hello? Your line is breaking.
You see, please, I'm still begging, for the state governor to remember people of Chokota, Ikurengo, Omebulu. Maxwell, our growth has been bad for more than 33 years. We have been begging. Not that we don't have something, not that we don't produce anything. In this community I mentioned, if we are not producing anything, we produce more than 60-something oil wells. We have more than 60-something oil wells in this area I mentioned, Chukota, Ikurengo, Umebulu. Umebulu is where we have our flow station. Maxwell, if you pass there in the night, if you see the noise, two side, if you see the noise, I videoed that thing before sent to you, but Maxwell, we don't have road. Even that share road itself, there is no road to go to that place. What did we do wrong? Who they do us this kind of thing? And nobody is saying anything. If there is anybody that be giving money to do this and they refuse to do, then somebody should come out and say it out now. People in that place, they are suffering. A lot of shops in there. You can imagine someone will own a house in that place. All of a sudden, you will pack out because of bad road and be paying rent another side.
All right. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you. We got your thoughts, UC. You've been talking about that road. I just hope the authorities will do the needful. Maxwell, greetings once again. My eyewitness is on the way. Nigeria police are extorting money from innocent Nigerians as if it's their birthright. One of them stopped me yesterday after coming back from my weekend jamboree, and he searched me and he saw nothing in my car. The next thing I heard was, "Him is your face." I heard from him is, "Your face is not innocent." Go ahead. Good evening.
Mas, good evening to you.
Yes, sir.
This our Niger Delta, sometimes I wonder what is wrong with us. I don't know if you have come across that news that says some Niger Delta women are the mothers of whatever attacked Natasha, that she should go and apologize to Akpabio. Have you come across that news? God. Niger Delta women, whatever, attack Natasha, that you should go and apologize to Akpabio. Best to my knowledge, women are light bearers. That reflects me to 1921 Aba women riots that brought about a change in that era. How come these present-day women cannot support themselves for good governance? And means it has been proven that the population of women are more than men. If all the women in this country vote for one woman, we cannot rig the election. Nobody can rig that election. We will have a woman president. Good or bad, we will have a woman president. But look at it. Niger Delta mothers of for good governance are be for what? Can you see how some Niger Delta women have reduced themselves because of peanuts? That brought me to my concern.
I don't know if it is hunger, if it is poverty, if it's illiteracy, or a deliberate attempt or a deliberate measure to bring shame to this generation of women. Maxwell, the level at which teenage girls are now involved into sexual activity in this environment is a call for concern. And I'm talking about cut across the Niger Delta communities or the Niger Delta states. 12, 13, 14 already involved. Before they will get to 18, what thing will come out again? What thing will remain again? Now look at their mothers. Are going to support a man that is abusing a woman. And the woman stood up because she's been suffocated. The same woman that should have stood by her, Niger Delta women stood for Natasha because her voice was subjected. She has been subjected to ridicule. Now they are supporting Akpabio. I also heard that the Brekete family man, the Senate have invited him for granting interview with Natasha. What is happening? Is this the Akpabio we voted for?
Thank you very much.
That the
Oh, you voted for him? All right.
Is your brother didn't vote him from Akwa Ibom? Is it not your brothers that voted for him?
No, you said the Akpabio we vote. That means you voted for him. Thank you.
Our brothers in Akwa Ibom state voted for him.
All right, thank you.
Represented yours also.
Thank you very much, sir. You're not aware, he and Lawan, how they got to the Senate? Abi, no. You know, I said something. The political leaders are not even the issue. It is the followers. You see, because of this same Akpabio, there's an issue going on in Akwa Ibom now. Some of the youth, many of them are abusing Inibe FM. Some of you know where it's Inibe FM. I just not put mouth for that matter because you see, our youth, I tire for them. Nobody should come and beg me money. Because you go and meet your leader. Come here, the fine person will give me qua. Our youth, they pamper, they praise, they defend their oppressors. They pamper, they praise, they defend their oppressors. Some of you don't know. Some of you Niger Delta youths are listening to me. You don't know you're supposed to be living a first-class life. Go to Kuwait, go to Dubai, go to UAE, go and see what your fellow youth are enjoying from oil money. What we see here is capacity, this one. Those guys are cruising. You see those cars you see that you probably want to go and do Yahoo to buy. You don't even need to do Yahoo. Oil and gas money is supposed to give you those cars. It's supposed to be your natural day-to-day life. You're supposed to get first-class training, go to first-class schools with the kind of, okay, you hear the kind of money involved in Ogoni issue, $300 million. How many citizens do they have in Ogoni, in those 4 LGs? Okay, just imagine sharing $300 million, Abi, sharing $100,000. Money will still remain bracketing. Even if they share $100,000 to everybody, husband, wife, how many children share, give all of them, money will still remain. But allegedly, some people have diverted it. Then you hear the one they said they have expended for cleanup, 300 and something, close to $400 million. See, big money. But you are here doing our leader, our capacity. Stay there now. UAE, your mates, are doing fantastically well with oil money, the same oil money. They pay them, they send them to the best of schools. The government does everything for them. Continue to praise your oppressors. That's much you can take. Go to, there are 1 or 2 training that is upcoming, not government training, no, private sector arrangement. So go to my Facebook, just stay there. Lucky Maxwell. There's a particular one, if you want to be a fashion designer, there's a free training coming up. Go there, I'll post the flyer. Just Go there, search for Lucky Maxwell, LuckyMaxwell. And then there's another one. I don't know if you've registered also. It is also there. I pinned it as a post. You see there. Follow the instructions and do the needful. That's much you can take on the show. It's been a wonderful time with you guys. Thank you so much. Follow me on X. That's Twitter, formerly Twitter. Follow me on X. LuckyMax234. LuckyMax234. On Facebook, LuckyMaxwell. See what's going on in DRC. See, Democratic Republic of Congo. And these guys are using us to play Ludo here. God forbid it won't get to that level. All right. Have a wonderful night rest.
95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
And we're back. It's a Monday, and I say welcome to another edition of Global Sports Update with yours truly, Godwin Enakena. On this edition of the show, I'll be talking to a man who saw it all, from being a student athlete to captaining the national team of Nigeria, to being the coach of the national team of Nigeria, to becoming the #1 sports person in Nigeria in terms of administration. Yes, everything you want to think of. Dr. Patrick Ekeji is our guest on the show. I tell you, it might not be one edition. I want to believe that it will be more than one edition, definitely, because there's so much we need to talk about right here on the show. But before I bring him on, we need to take a quick break. When we come back, the show will continue. Many thanks for staying tuned. I did say I have Dr. Patrick Ekeji, former Director General, National Sports Commission in Nigeria. Thank you very much for always obliging us.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes, I don't know where to start from. First and foremost, you were Director General, National Sports Commission in our country, Nigeria. Am I right?
You're right.
At some point, it was scrapped. Would you want to explain why you think the NSC was scrapped when they did?
Sports happens to be the sports sector, especially the 8th administration, happens to be the soft target for every central administration that comes up in the country. And for long, the National Sports Commission was a paper creation, a word creation just by mouth. There was no legally documented substantiation of it. So it becomes easy, or it became easy for every administration every president to come in and say, okay, I want to redesign, I want to, reshape the civil service or public service, as they say. But when it comes to that sector of the service, it's so easy to say, remove it, put it under one ministry or the other. So that is the story, and that is the fate that befell the sports sector until recently, when Mr. President returned it. I don't know if, because I also am aware that at the National Assembly, the return of the National Sports Commission was discussed and passed, but I don't know whether it has been signed into law.
Okay.
I don't think, because I understand the immediate past president did not sign that law when it was passed, moving on to him from the National Assembly. So that is the fate of sports administration in the country.
Okay, now let's assume that it has been properly documented and returned the way it should be. What is the job of the National Sports Commission?
In every country in the world, that I know of, that you also know of. There are government sets up bodies to supervise, to run various areas of engagement of government. Sports is an area of engagement of government. Sports deals with, of course, youth, human beings. And it is an area that every government should take seriously, because the interest of our youths is riveted in that area. So it becomes very, very germane, very, very important that we need to take sports seriously. You see, what sports in our country is up against so far is that even the corporate sector that puts some money into it, they do it as a corporate responsibility. What do you call it now?
CSR.
Social responsibility.
Yes.
Corporate social responsibility. They do not do it because they do not put money there, or they do not wish to put money there because it will improve their sales or what, but under corporate social responsibility, which is quite against what it is in developed world, where sports is big business. And they are those in sports pay their due shares of taxes. So there has to be a shift of desires by government. You see, the challenge there is that our country is not yet a country which economy is private sector driven. You understand me?
Yes.
It is not yet private sector driven. So every sector in the country depends on government.
Dr. Keji, let me cut in here. The private sector you're talking about, I've heard them say, what is the incentive in them putting money in sport in Nigeria?
Yes, that is exactly what I was going to explain. The private sector is not a Father Christmas sector. They are in business to make money. So wherever they put their money, they expect some returns. But in our country, the returns from sports is not yet where we would want it to be. I mean, let's face it. The only sports really that people really follow in this country is football.
Yes.
And even at that, it is the state government, it's the government, federal and state, that give all the support to sport, that fund sports.
Very true.
So I keep saying, you cannot have a successful private sector driven sports sector, right? That is not run by the private sector, that is not run by the degree, by the level of successes, by the level of profits and so on, that the private sector enjoys. It is the excess of money that the private sector makes that they put into sports in our country. But in other developed worlds, sports is business. Sports is business.
Okay.
And and everybody in such developed worlds really, take it. Those who want to take to sports because their environment, their business environment, their governance environment encourages incomes from that sector.
Okay. Now let's talk about the new NSC headed by Shehu Diko, and of course we have a DG in Bukola Olopade. They've set up what they call the podium finish team. But some persons are saying, fantastic idea, but where would the money come from for them to operate?
The two of them happen to be young men who are creative, and I believe that they are going to put in that creativity in the office.
But is it a good idea for you? Is it a good idea for you, podium finish team, to ensure that we finish in podium?
Why not? Look, every day new programs emerge, new ideas emerge. It's not as if it is new. Remember that I introduced the Team Nigeria factor.
Exactly.
Through which we won the All Africa Games, and I can tell you the support we received from the private sector at that period was unbelievable. But it ended the way it ended. No thanks to one Lieutenant Colonel Minister then. He said that's gone now. So that's gone. So their desire is good, and I believe very much that they are going to get all the support that is required if they present that before Mr. President.
Okay.
And all he needs, perhaps all they will need is for him to make a statement to Nigerians to support this, and that's it.
Very good. Okay. A few days ago, there was this story everywhere that the National Sports Commission wants to turn the National Institute of Sport, a place where we train coaches, a place where we train administrators in Lagos, to a university. You said it is not a good idea. Why, Dr. Patrick Eke?
Everybody?
Sir.
Nearly every other state in the country has established a university of sports. Or in your own state, for instance, there are schools of sports. In some areas, there are universities of sports.
Yeah.
And I've asked the question, even on our platform, what is the ultimate desire of these universities of sports? What will constitute the curriculum of the universities of sports? Nobody has given me that answer. You won't have a university of sports where you will have all sorts of subjects attached to it. What will be the curriculum content of such universities? Look, in your state, there is some schools of sports, Abi?
Yes.
Yeah. The National Institute of Sports was established to train sports administrators and coaches. They have not even done that exceptionally well yet. And I hear that they want to they are desirous to turn it into a university. What would they be producing in there as a university? That schools that have faculties of education and departments of physical education don't produce.
Tomorrow we definitely will return with Dr. Patrick Eke. We're talking about the soul of sport in Nigeria, not just football. My name is Godwin Enakna, Global Sports Update. Keep praying for Nigeria. Let's keep cruising. God bless Nigeria.
All right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique style.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information.
Hey, you want to speed drive? Come on, go to the racetrack. You want to smoke? Not on the steering wheel. You want to drink alcohol? Don't do it on wheels. Go to a bar and don't drive afterwards. Seatbelts are not for fancy. They're there to save your life. Know your traffic rules and obey them because they're for your own good. Drive with care because life is dear.
In a world where innocence should be cherished and childhood dreams allowed to flourish, there exists a painful reality that we must confront, a reality known as child abuse and neglect. Every child deserves to grow up in an environment filled with love, care, and safety. But sadly, not all children are fortunate enough to experience this. A survey revealed that 6 out of 10 Nigerian children experienced at least one form of violence before they are 18. In May 2022, a public opinion poll revealed statistics as 88% of adult Nigerians admitted the prevalence of child abuse, while 51% of adult Nigerians also acknowledge personally seeing abusive treatment in their localities. Child abuse and neglect come in many forms: physical, emotional, and even neglectful acts of omission. These acts can leave deep scars, both visible and hidden, on a child's heart and soul. It's crucial for all of us to stand together against this injustice. We can be the voice that these vulnerable children desperately need. We must recognize the signs, report suspicions, and provide support to those affected. We have the power to break the cycle of abuse and neglect. Let us strive to create a world where every child feels safe, valued, and loved. A world where their laughter can flourish and their dreams can take flight. Join us in raising awareness, advocating for change, and championing the rights of every child. Together, we can make a difference and ensure that no child ever has to endure the pain of abuse or neglect. It's time to be the change, to protect the most vulnerable among us. Let us work hand in hand to build a brighter, safer future for our children. This message is brought to you by Today95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM? Such a unique style.
365 days, around the clock, around the world, non-stop talk, news, and sports. The latest hit and the greatest memories on radio. Serving our community, spreading love and color. Because we are Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
Hello, my people. Are you ready for an electrifying experience that would send shivers down your spine? Welcome to the thrill. Hold on tight as we dive into the hottest highlight tracks that will make your pulse race and your feet move. It's not just a show. It's a musical and talk adventure that would leave you craving for more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the thrill. Mondays to Thursdays, 9 p.m. only on Today 95.1
If you make the money, accommodate your good friends. SIM card is cheap, iPhone is cost. iPhone still need a SIM card.
Now turn by turn, now turn by turn. If you know that today buga,
no one knows tomorrow. If you make the money, accommodate your good friends. SIM card is cheap, iPhone is cost. iPhone still need a SIM card.
Amuna mamu makije mwaka, ebu na mebu makije wamwa. Amuna mamu makije nwa, makanenu webu tamba tonwa. Wanya kazili golia, abola nyadili matata kona dilechi. Wanya kazili nuwa golia, makanibe di manoka duniru. ka nwoke ana m agbakwa mbọ ka nzọta onwe m ana m agbakwa ka nzọta oke m ana m agbakwa dị anaghị mana ịmaligo n'ụwa pụta mba ịtọ ọ bụla onye dịrị tata ka ọ na-adịle echi mana onye ọ gaziri ya golie maka na ibe dị mma ka dị n'iru echekwa m na anyị bụ nwanne ọkwa mụ na gị na-elikọ ọkwa mụ na gị na-abọbụ nwanne ọkwa mụ na gị gụkọla akwụkwọ ọkwa mụ na gị na-atọ ụtọ anyị etoziena n'ụwa anyị wee maba aka egwu na-emegbu maka ije nwoke
make you know the food they buga. Humble yourself for no one knows tomorrow. If you make the money, accommodate your good friends. SIM card is cheap, iPhone is cost. iPhone still need a SIM card.
Wami bogeni mutio, aga makolo na kiko. Maka na n'ụwa no time is late. Ebe onye kwụsịrị ka chinye na-akwụsị. Onye ji tete n'ụwa bụrụ ụtụtụ ya. Aga m akọlụ na akụkọ maka enyi na nkịta. Enyi na nkịta na-adị na mma. Ka na-abọ na-egwuri egwu. Inugo. Oluza n'ofu ụbọchị ba na-abọ wetụlụ ime. Enyi wetụlụ ime nkịta wetụlụ ime weta aka n'onwe na-esi nkịta wee mụọ anya mụrụ ụmụ ịnọ omelomena bụ nkịta wetụlụ ime ọzọ wee buzie ebe ime wee mụọ ọ bụrụ nke ugboro na abụọ omelomena bụ nkịta wetụlụ ime ọzọ wetụlụ ime nkịta wee mụzi anya ọ bụrụ ụmụ iri anya benyi ka dị ime nkịta binye wee jebe benyi lusi ya gbanye nye ezi oyimo echebu na ịdị ime mama mụgụ ugboro ịtọ mama mụgụ ụmụ iri enyi ọkwa isi n'iji mee ya anyị wee kwesị alịrịọ webe onye ezi oyi m ibi na mụ bụ nkịta ibi na mụ bụ nkịta ibe m bụ n'abọ na ọ bụ enyi nwa nwa m anaghị ama jigijigi nwa m gaba n'ụzọ na-abịbịa ka nwụlili nwa m niri ịmalụ na-enyi ekunye ibu na odogwu ekunye anụ a na-akala enyi nyaba mụ na amamụ maka ije mmụọ amụ na amamụ maka ije nwoke maka na nke dị n'iru ka na-abịa emere ya unu elozogo mezi 230 dosbin nke dị n'ebo unu elozogo n'Pathfinder oke na ụchụcha na-ebi n'ime ya oyi m ibe dị mma ka dị n'iru amụ na amamụọ maka ije mmụọ egwu na mmegbuo maka ije inugo
Make you know the two day buga. Humble yourself, for no one knows tomorrow. If you make the money, accommodate your good friends. SIM card is cheap, iPhone is cost. iPhone still need a SIM card.
Turn by turn.
Make you know the two day buga. Humble yourself, for no one knows tomorrow. If you make the money, accommodate your good friends. SIM card is cheap, iPhone is cost. iPhone still need a SIM card. Now turn by turn. Make you know the two day buga. Humble yourself, for no one knows tomorrow. If you make the money, accommodate your good friends. SIM card is cheap, iPhone is cost.
Okay, so I don't know how true that bit is. So I don't know how true that information is because anyway, I think right about now SIM card is actually expensive. So there's hardly anything that is not expensive in the country lately. Anyway, it is the thrill. It's a new week, beautiful people, and we're already receiving showers of blessing. Oh, how I love it when it rains. The only thing is I love when it rains at night. So the one, that we experienced on Sunday, actually, the early hours of Sunday morning, I think around 3 a.m. ish, because the rain pretty much woke me up. So around 3 a.m. You see that rain, Kai. That rain was divine because the sleep was beautiful, guys. I mean, at least I spent mine sleeping. I don't know about you. You know, some of you like to use the rainy weather or cold weather for extracurricular activities. Well, I don't. I just sleep. Because I'm trying to rest and replenish, okay? All of the energy spent working on Saturday. Beautiful people, it is Monday. I did say that we already received, showers of blessings today. So I decided to show you a little bit of love. But then you know that I always have love for you. I mean, I've got massive love for you. And that is why I decided to start up tonight's conversation with this song, Turn by Turn, by Ayaka Ozubulu. And you already know now, it's a beautiful song all day, every day. Yes, that's what I do around here. Now, how did your weekend go? I hope you had a fabulous one. So my weekend, I think I got to rest a lot. I had, a couple of things to do, but it was a good weekend for me. A lot of resting. Yeah, and all of that. I'm going to have a crazy week. I already have a list of activities planned out, which includes coming here to do the thrill with you from Monday to Thursday. So yes. Yes, I dare with you, and we're going to have all the fun that we should be having on the radio. So I hope that you are ready for me, just as I am ready for you. Sit pretty, you and I are going to have a long conversation. I mean, we're going to have the conversation until, at least until the time permits, right? The duration of the show. So we're going to talk because we need to iron out a couple of things. Yeah. Some things have been trending lately. I mean, following the launch of IBB's book. Yeah, A Journey of Service. Well, that book has done a lot of things. I mean, the buzz on the internet so far has been a lot. I mean, some Nigerians really have a problem with the fact that people like Dangote have decided to donate 2 billion naira or so annually, and this one and that one. Nigerians are talking about the fact that they don't like the whole donation thing going on. They're like, so people are hungry, and then why does Dangote think it is a good idea for him to, send 2 billion naira somewhere there? Anyway, we'll talk about a lot of things this evening. So sit pretty. You and I are going to have a beautiful conversation, provided you did not touch that dial, okay?
You watch my back, I watch your back, now so the journey be. You do for me, I do for you, even in Amarama. Omo, na turn by turn. You can't love my life. Let them know. You can't love my life. Let them hear. Because my God be my shine. Oh, you're talking about it. No man can cause, no matter the weather. We go to shine. If you like it, then bless me, I go to be there too. Omo, you can't off my life. You can't off my life. Say, free my God. Because my God be my shine. People that true be my shine. No man can cause, no matter the weather. We go to shine. If you like to get best, me I go to be let you. In my many walk more. Chulu nisi mamam no, Nkatibalu nisi mamam no, Elulilo le me pigo. Ajichula na jumper pass maka na aka Chukwu sonye je enole umi Igbo gaziani mutio aga m akọlụ na akụkọ ụwa akụkọ maka enwe na enyi mmiri akụkọ maka enwe na enyi mmiri enwe na enyi mmiri na-adị na mma anabọ n'eme ọbụma anabọ n'eme ọbụma anabọ bụ ezigbo ọyị ọ na-amaligo n'ụtọ mmadụ na-abọ ọ bụ ofu onye ji ya ebe mmadụ na-abọ na-atọ ụtọ ụmụ Igbo ofu onye ka na-eme mmewu enyi na-enwe na-akpa nri ịmaligo na-enwe n'ebi n'enu anabọ wee jebe ịkpa nri elusie enwe amana n'enu enwe aghọtụsibe mkpụrụ osisi ọghọsi anya ụbana bekee onye ọbụla ebulu ka ya naba ya wuo ije nụọ n'elu ụwa mana enwe mana ibe dị mmiri ji abịa ya nso maka na ọ bụ ya na-akpata ibe a na-eli ọ bụ ya na-arị enu ọ bụ ya na-akpata ibe a na-eli maka na ụtọ mmadụ na-abụ n'ezie n'ovu onye ji ya enwe wee nọkete n'ovu ụbọchị wee gbe enyi mmiri wee gbe onye ezi oyimo na-arụ adịrọ m ezi oyi m na mụ na nwụkwa nwụọ ezi oyi m na-arụ adịrọ m anya bụ dọkịta si na ọ ga-anwụrịrị emenụ m na ọ ga-anwụọ akwa nwe na-akwala enyi mmiri wee nara enyi mmiri wee nara ụlọ wee cheta na nyebe enwe ga nwụọ ọ na-amazi ibe enyi mmiri na-ekwuzi enwere ozu uru enwebalị ya ebe ọ bụ na enwe na-ayazi alụ ọ na-abụgo abọ ndị mmadụ ajọka oyi m ekwekwana ka ọkọghị n'aka oyi m ekwekwana n'ụwa ka ọkọghị n'aka na ndị ọya na ọkọghị n'aka ikwu na ibe na enyi mmiri na libi ya ubu ọnwa ma nya jụla ese chacha ọnwa na-abọ na nya jụla ese cha ọnwa na-atọ ma nya jụla ese ọnwa na-anọ n'ọnwa na-ese gaa na nya jụla ese cha o wee lụsa n'ofe ụbọchị enyi mmiri wee ya balụọ ibo ga-echigbo nwe ihe dị n'elu mgbe abụ ka o ji wee lote nwe o wee lote na-enwe n'otu o wee sị ka anya jebe anya malụte na anya be nwe ọnwụlụgo ije nụọ mgbe ọ na-aga n'ezi wee nezi anya wee buzie nwe ka ọ na-ama enezi anya wee buzie nwe ka ọ na-amachaghalị enyi mmiri wee tie ezi oyi m na-abịanị ka mbụ ganya ezi oyi m na-abịanị ka mbụ ganya abịanị ka anyị n'ọlịa enwewe neketi anya enwewe gbanye ezi oyi m enyi mmiri ibi ma na mmụ ya ibi ma na mmụ ya ibi bụ n'uche m dị ya na anụrụ m na arụ adụlọghị ịbịala ka ịgbala akwụkwọ ndụ wee na ajụjụ na-ajụ m ịgbọba ọ bụrụ m gị kedu ibe ị ga-eme ọ bụrụ m gị kedu ibe ị ga-eme ịnụgo ajọ igbo nkata abalị n'isi gị n'ọma mme aja chụrụ n'isi gị n'ọma mme.
All right, so believing that I've set the mood, the proper mood for tonight's conversation. I don't know, the weather is a bit chilly. I don't know if it's chilly from your end, but it's chilly from where I'm sitting. and it's giving just go and lie down and sleep. But I'm going to do what I have to do with you because the thrill has to happen. We need to have this conversation. Plus, I gotta bless you with some amazing high life songs. And you know I always deliver, so yesterday will not be an exception. Anyway, let's head right into the conversation. Following the revelation by former military president General Ibrahim Babangida during the launch of his book, A Journey of Service, that the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup as alleged. The Igbo Apex Group, Ohanes and Igbo, yesterday demanded an apology and 10 trillion naira as compensation from President Bola Tinubu to the Igbos. Yes. Okay, I will take that again because look, when I saw the amount, right? You know, on social media, I just trended and I was just looking at plenty zeros. I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on here? And somehow, there's a part of me that feels, you know, I don't know, I could be wrong, but how serious is the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Group about this? Do they really think the government would give them 10 trillion naira? You know, these questions I did ask myself. And I realized that a lot of Nigerians also have these questions, you know, going on social media because, I mean, what's going on here? Well, reactions have, of course, trailed this. I'm going to take it again so you can digest it properly, right? Following the revelation by former military president General Ibrahim Babangida during the launch of his book, A Journey of Service, that the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup as alleged. The Igbo Apex Group, Ohanes and Igbo, yesterday demanded an apology and 10 trillion naira as compensation from President Bola Tinubu to the Igbo tribe. So they are asking that the president apologizes to the Igbos along with 10 trillion naira. The question on the lips of a lot of people so far has been, who exactly will receive the 10 trillion naira? Which account will it be paid into? Let's say the president decides to, okay, make a help on. Okay, and I don't go through a lot. Let me help you people, right? So into which account will this money be paid in? And then how will the money be distributed? Who will collect, who will not collect? What will the money be used for? To develop the Southeast? To do what exactly? And a lot of people have said, oh look, money is not going to solve any problem. The Igbos have been marginalized for a long time in Nigeria. This one happened. I think the coup preceded the Nigerian Civil War, the Nigerian Biafra War. Yeah, I think that started in 1967-ish. And then, it's actually a long time. Well, 59 years later, this revelation has come to light. And Nigerians have been talking about it. A lot of things have been said, you know, and you know how things like this happen. The internet is usually on fire. Social media has been on fire. I mean, it's been a long week. We've been hearing, you know, different aspects, you know. Some Nigerians had a problem with the fact that some people decided they wanted to, you know, donate money. I mean, Dangote's one was even the worst because his was, you know, 2 billion naira. And the Nigerians were asking, what? You say what? You're going to use 2 billion naira to do what? For books when Nigerians are hungry? Really? But then at the same time, there's also, you know, the tiny bits of it's his money, right? So he can decide what to do with it. And then there's that part of you that is Nigerian that is saying, look, people are hungry. You know, you could actually put this money to better use. Maybe the book thing is good, right? Because we have a poor reading culture here in Nigeria. So maybe to encourage people to read more. But then we have other pressing issues, you know, such as hunger. And you know what they say, an angry man is a what? A hungry man is an angry man. Yeah. When you are hungry, you are angry. So that happens. Well, the Ohanas and the Igbo noted that the coup unleashed disastrous repercussions on the Igbo people among other factors. And this led to the horrors of the Biafran War. And, it has been a lot ever since then, because up till now, there's still the whole, conversations around tribe. Even when the creation of additional 31 states was recently debated in the House, people started talking about it, and they were saying, oh, look, the only part of Nigeria, the only region that requires or deserves additional states is the southeast region, because they just have 5 states. The Igbos have been marginalized, this one and that one, all of these narratives. So it just feels like lately there has just been, little pointers. Every small thing, we're just hearing, oh, Igbos have been this, Igbos have been that, Igbos have been this, All of these little things are just pointing to, I don't know, but it feels like a lot of people are emotional this period. I mean, it's giving emotion. Every small thing, you're just seeing this whole, if I don't know, but it feels like a little bit of, tribal cry or something. The other time it was Ikwere is not Igbo and Igbo is Ikwere and Ikwere is Igbo, and all of those things. When that conversation came out, it was trending on social media and people were still talking about it. While the Ikweres were saying we're not Igbos or we're not Igbos, or the Igbos were saying, why do you answer this one? Why do you bear this one? Why do you have this name? Why do you have that name? I mean, small thing, it's just I don't know, but I legit feel like we need a breather. But somehow, the breather is not even coming, because lately, every single thing, a lot of things have just been pointing in that direction. We just get to have these conversations on the table every other time. It's a whole lot, It's a whole lot going on. I don't know, but I feel it's just a whole lot going on. And, because these things are happening, right, there's the part of you that probably wants to be a patriotic Nigerian citizen. So you want to look at things from both perspectives, irrespective of your tribe. Because following the responses or the reactions so far on social media, there are some people who have said, well, not even Igbos, and they were saying, oh, look, this thing is true. They're going to give them the 10 trillion naira. They should go ahead and give it to them. They deserve it. Oh, this one and that one. Now, I don't even know about deserving it, because, I mean, I don't know about the whole, they deserve it and all that, but then it is what it is. Plus, following this request made by the Ohanes and Dibo, some Nigerians have also said, look, money is not the solution, right? They should forget about the 10 trillion naira. Some Nigerians are saying that Nnamdi Kanu should be released immediately. In fact, I was just seeing release Nnamdi Kanu ASAP, especially on Instagram. And I'm like, I think everybody just has, what they are fighting for. People have the things that they consider important, where this is concerned. So for some people, the money is well deserved. Okay, the federal government should actually go ahead and grant this request made by the Ohanes and Dibo. They should give or pay 10 trillion naira for damages, right? It's like paying for damages. And imagine that. Well, why some people have also questioned the motive behind the Ohanes and Dibo asking for 10 trillion naira. Some people have questioned the motive. They're like, okay, so do you actually want what is best for the Igbos? Because why are you asking for 10 trillion naira? Does Nigeria have 10 trillion naira? I mean, for some people, they're saying you have to be realistic. Can the country afford to pay 10 trillion naira for something that was done about 59 years ago? I mean, how is that even possible? We have pressing issues. There are things that need to be tackled. People are hungry right about now. We need to look at our healthcare system. We need to look at our educational system. There's a lot of things that money should do. Money will be doing at this time. So why should the government be paying you 10 trillion naira? And then for others, there's the whole, okay, so even if the government wants to pay you 10 trillion naira, how will the money be distributed? Who will collect? Who will not collect? Who are you giving? Who are you not giving? How will the money be shared? Into what account will the money be paid? Of course, questions here and there. Well, we're going to talk. I'll open the phone lines in a bit. You call in and you tell me where you stand. You tell me what this is for you, okay? Where do you stand? What do you make of this? What do you make of this whole situation? Do you think that the compensation is necessary now? I mean, 59 years later. Do you think that Nigeria has 10 trillion naira to pay? Okay, then let's look at the issues. Let's face the facts. Who will collect this money? Who will not collect? Into what accounts will this money be paid? What will the money be used for? Would it be sent to Igbos? Would it be shared among the 5 southeastern states? I mean, how many people do we have per state? So how many people will collect? How much would it be given to each person? Well, we do still have some survivors. People who were born in 1966, we still have some 1966 babies. Well, the difference is they are mummies and daddies and grandpas and grandmas now. So, I mean, years later, and then this revelation is coming out. Some Nigerians are asking, why now? Yeah, some people have questioned the motive, behind IBB's revelation. All of these and more questions begging for answers desperately. Well, of course, we are Nigerians. We are curious, we are inquisitive much, and we are pretty smart. Yeah, we're pretty smart. Sometimes I feel like our smartness is misplaced, but then we are smart. I mean, we can't take that away from us. We are really smart. That's not changing anytime soon. And so we'll have this conversation. You tell me if you think this compensation is necessary at this time. If you think the Igbos should be compensated now, do you think that, have you looked at this and then you think, okay, well, they deserve some sort of compensation. So if the president can apologize to them, make an official apology, and then, give them 10 trillion naira, then okay, it's something that they deserve. Well, many worry about how the allotment will be done to avoid siphoning. You know how some things happen in Nigeria, right? And then for some people, they'll be like, oh, audio money. We hear instances, audio money did this. Okay, the money was sent. Who collected? Who did not collect? Where did it go to? How did it go? Before they say one animal swallowed this or the other. So will there be any form of accountability where the money is concerned if indeed the federal government decides to grant this 10 trillion naira request? What do you recommend? I did say that for some people, they are saying, look, keep the money. The money will not be properly used. It will not be properly shared. So instead of the money, what's it called now? Free Nnamdi Kanu and give people Biafra. Yeah, I got to see some of those comments. Yeah, for some people, they said free Nnamdi Kanu and give people Biafra. Give the Igbos Biafra, this one and that one. I mean, it's just a whole lot going on. I did say that since IBB launched his book, look, it's been from one controversial conversation to another. Like, it's just been crazy going on social media. And you'll be amazed because I used to think that this generation of, Nigerian youth are not so interested in current affairs and the things happening in government, but they seem to be very outspoken these days. Yeah, social media is usually on fire when things like this come out. Anyway, how do you feel about IBB's reveal 59 years after the 1966 coup? What's the point now? I mean, what's the point of saying it now? He said, he talked about the 1966 coup. He said it was not an Igbo coup. And then another thing that was also trending is the fact that he said MKO Abiola actually won the June 12, 1993 election. That has also set the internet on fire. So let's look at these beautiful people. Call in and tell me what you think. Phone lines are open. 0817 0000 951. 0817 000951, 0810 951 0951, 0810 951 951. Call in and let me know what you think. Okay, so let's begin. Oh, I'm sorry. Try calling again. Hello, good evening. Yes, please. Good evening to you.
How you work?
Work is good, thank you.
Calling from
You're welcome.
supported that payment. And before President will go ahead with the payment, let him apologize with Igbo people. The entire Igbo, let him apologize with them. And pay that 10 trillion naira to Igbo people. And let that money to be paid to Nnamdi Kanu account. It is only Nnamdi Kanu that will know how to use that money, that will be giving children to see that is inside the level they never born up. We benefit that money. Only Nnamdi Kanu can use that money in that way.
Okay.
Then, after paying that money to Nnamdi Kanu account, let them get federal government if they are sincere to do something with Igbo people. Let them give them referendum, because Igbo people have been suffering for Hausa and Yoruba for their hand.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Meanwhile, sending messages to 0701 9339 962 0701 9339 962. Regular text messages and calls as well. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Yes, please. Name and location.
Thank you. That's what we are talking about.
Name and location, please.
I don't think that it's only not the guy that knows how to use that money. Even I can upgrade my own account.
You can do what?
I can upgrade my own account. I can upgrade my own account.
Okay, it should be sent to your account.
Yes.
Are you Igbo?
I can still know how to manage it.
Are you Igbo?
10 trillion naira. Yes, I'm Igbo. I'm
Okay. So you can receive the money. So you agree that they should be compensated with 10 trillion naira. You're in support.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. They should compensate with 10 trillion and they should be paid to my own account.
All right.
I know how to use it. Yeah, thank you, madam.
All right, thank you. Wahala. You should pay it into your account. Okay. Do you think Igbos should be compensated now? Is it necessary? How do you feel about IBB's reveal years after the 1966 coup? What's the point now? Hello, good evening.
Yeah, my dear. Good evening. My name is Manu Ibani. I'm Port Harcourt.
You're welcome. Good evening.
Yeah. My dear, it is actually very, troubling to know that a set of people was unleashed on this, a set of monstrous octopus, a clique of monstrous octopus was unleashed on this nation between 15 January and for 30-something years, the military became crisis profiteers and war profiteers on the life of the people. Are you listening to me?
Of course.
Yeah. They became crisis profiteers. 7 soldiers of Nigerian army planned their coup without telling their parents, without telling their tribesmen. Then crisis profiteers, including Danjuma, Murtala Mohammed, IBM Haruna, and even this Babangida, they turned this into a propaganda material for their own personal benefit.
Okay.
And because the masses were ignorant.
Okay, we know the story, sir. We know the story. So I'm asking, do you think the Igbos should be compensated now? The Ohanes and the Igbo have asked for 10 trillion naira from the federal government and an apology. Do you think that should happen?
That is crying over state murder, because the billions that died, both in the Abiola crisis and the civil war and the destruction of the displacement of Igbos from their exalted federal positions and even extermination of themselves from the military and the rest of them cannot be compensated with 100
money.
million, trillion.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello. Good evening to you.
Amaka.
Yes, please.
I hear someone that's telling you that.
Oh, you've spoken with me. I have to talk to somebody else. I'm sorry. The phone lines are really busy. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you. Welcome.
Yeah. My name is Honorable Chris O'Chris from Ngwaland.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. If we are talking about Ohaneze Ndibo, last time I traveled, I've gone around Igbo land to check if I would see Ohaneze Ndibo office in my own territory. There is nowhere I can tell you this is where you can locate Ohaneze Ndibo. Last time I checked, I saw one of them is my classmate, small boy. Is a member of Ohaneze Ndibo in Abuja. You know the game now. You know what they are doing with the honor. Why Ohaneze Ndibo are asking for money to pay into their account to compensate them? Ohaneze Ndibo, how many times have Ohaneze Ndibo talk about Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB? Are you aware that Nigerian government tagged me terrorist? They prescribed me as a terrorist because I'm from Igbo. As long as you are from Igbo, IPO is original people of Biafra land. And anytime they want to describe IPO, they say Igbo people, just like the way you describe them, Igbo people. If you are from Igbo, that IPO, the terrorist, Nigerian government tag IPO, you are among them. So, if they are talking about compensate, the only thing that will give me peace is to ask the IPOB, that is Southeast people, to go. Somebody called now, you know the reason why he referred himself from Port Harcourt. I know him, is my brother. He's from the same Igbo. That he used Port Harcourt because of what? Fear of unknown. But I'm not afraid to tell you I am from Southeast, which is IPOB.
He did not. Did he use Port Harcourt or he used the chick?
I am one of the terrorists.
Okay.
They should leave IPOB, which is indigenous people of Biafra, Igbo people. They should allow them. Because
okay. I don't quite agree. I don't quite agree with your summation entirely, but then okay, I think I've gotten your point. Thank you.
They are not
Thank
good.
you.
Why are you keeping them? So
Thank
why can't you allow them to go? You don't like them. You don't need them. Why are you keeping them?
All right, Mr. Chris, thank you. I do know that the government has not said people from the southeast are terrorists, right? There's been no such declaration by the federal government anyway. But your point has been taken, Mr. Chris. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my sister.
Good evening to you. Name and location, please.
My take on this issue is that the federal government should first and foremost remove all the roadblocks, checkpoints, and what I see, or where they are collecting money from every nook and cranny of Igbo land. As you know, there still Igbo people have captured people who are.
They should remove checkpoints.
Yes, all the
but
checkpoints.
The checkpoints have security men, right? Police personnel, Nigerian army. Are they not there for protection?
No, they are not protecting anybody. They are there stopping every citizen of Igbo.
Well, it's not possible that they would extort every citizen of Igbos or every citizen in Igbo land, but okay.
They are not giving us security as a matter of fact, because if you see the huge amount of money they collect from people on a daily basis, my dear, you marvel.
All right, thank you.
What they should first and foremost do is to remove all those checkpoints. Then they will have a kind of a national apology
for the Igbos. Okay.
They have been vindicated. They were telling us that it was Igbo Jew, but no, it's not Igbo Jew. Do you know that it's because of this reason? Some part of this country, some people from the south even hate their brother Igbos.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead. Name and location.
All right. I'm going to be calling for River State.
Go ahead, please. Turn down the volume of your radio. I'm still getting the whole back. Good evening, Lady Amaka. I'm going to take messages now. Good evening, Lady Amaka. Reverend Onyedika Chiamadi from Ozuzu Eche. For me, all the negative past events that happened in Nigeria should be allowed to lay low because it may create more resentment in most of the Nigerian tribes. It beats my imagination that every new development in the Nigerian news is always making Nigeria to be in the Pandora state. Okay, please, Lady Amaka, I use this medium to thank God who has caused me to clock 40 yesterday. Oh, okay. Congratulations to you. This one says, my name is Imaman from Mbaiche. Such a thing will not happen in Nigeria, and it's unnecessary. IBB's statement is invalid. Nnamdi Kanu should remain in cell till 20 years. Imaman. Oh, really? He should? Okay, more messages. Okay, this one says Ohanes and Igbo should not come with this kind hand of money. We don't need their money, we need our freedom, please. Rainmaker. This one says, Amaka, good evening. Time will come in the future when the current INEC chairman will confess and say the right winner of the 2023 presidential election. My name is Mr. Ahunanya. Okay, hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Yes, please, name and location.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, please, name and location.
Hello.
I can hear you. Good evening to you. Name and location.
Yes. The school, the 1966 school. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yes. The 1966 school actually wasn't an Igbo school.
IBB just revealed so.
It was a school for Nigerians. It was a Nigerian school, generally. But the fact remains that the Igbos betrayed the interest of all fellow Nigerians that are involved in that school.
How so?
To suit their own personal interest.
How so?
And that is what led to the Biafra war through their own sparing of their people. Nobody was killed during that coup. But other people were killed both in the north and in the south.
You are confusing me. Nobody was killed during the coup, but other people were killed in the north and the south.
Yes, both in the south and even in the south.
We don't have so much time. I would have asked you to explain a whole lot. But thank you. Your point has been taken.
So the war is an Igbo war, but the coup wasn't an Igbo coup. It's as simple as that.
Wahala. Well, war, okay. There was no... Okay. Serious Onwuli says this is a bitter pill to swallow for the Igbos. The Igbos in the country in the country called Nigeria have suffered a lot of humiliation, agony, and pain. Okay, if you say so. Martin Smart says the only compensation that will totally heal this is referendum and a total breakup from Nigeria. Wahala. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, please. Good evening to you. Name and location, please.
I'm calling from One, from Chima.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I don't have much to say. Only what I have to say is not bad for Igbos to demand for money.
Okay.
You know, but what our aim now is to put her together to know how Nnamdi Kanu will be released.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's just what I have to say.
Thank you so much. Well, according to the Ohanes and Igbo, the reason for demanding 10 trillion naira and an apology from the federal government is that the 1966 coup ultimately led to the cataclysmic horrors of the Biafra War. That is what the Ohanese have said. Gideon Godson says money cannot undo the damages and dangerous evil that was done to the Igbos. One day God will heal us. Abby King Gugochukwu says the only thing that will heal the Igbos is to conduct referendum to know if they still want to remain in this Nigeria, because no amount of trillions in any currency will bring back our loved ones that died unjustly just because they are Nigerians. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. This message says, Amaka, I'm happy because at last I have been vindicated, as I did say on this platform that Igbo nation has never plotted any coup against Nigerian nation. Those who have written all kinds of fiction called books against the Igbos on this should be ashamed from Kano. Let's see. Okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, please name and location.
My name is
You're welcome. Quickly, please.
Ohanes people demanding 10 trillion from federal government. They're supposed to ask of the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay.
Of trillion. Because we don't need their money. What we need is the referendum. What we need to train Nnamdi Kanu and let the Biafra people go, at that time all our wounds will be healed.
All right.
We are talking of releasing 10 trillion. Nothing for us.
All right. Thank you.
10 trillion will not bring our people. They killed during the Nigerian Biafra war.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, beautiful people. Thank you for your calls. Thank you for your messages. Our time is up. The thrill continues tomorrow at 9 p.m. Make sure to keep it locked with us right here on this dial. A commercial comes up next. I will take you through the world news at 10 p.m. My name is Amaka, and this is Today 95.1 FM.
All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique dial.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, where they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support the country healthcare system. Quatliman, correct, holistic, ogbonge herbal medicine, they know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket. Full ground, as every Christmas be boundary. Seeking a self-sabi medicine, we pass them. After all, monkey smart now, because tree near tree is a forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition, we don't become ubaruba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International offices where near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now
Hello and welcome to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts. At number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. On today's edition of the program, our topic for discussion is staphylococcal infection. And I have with me in the studio Dr. Otumba Abiodun. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Staphylococcal infections do occur in the body system when Staphylococcus bacteria enters into the body system and spread within the body system, destroying body cells. Staphylococcus bacteria are majorly of three types that can afflict men. But of these three, the most pathogenic in nature, that is the one that is capable of causing diseases easily in men, is the Staphylococcus aureus, because it is capable of invading body cells, destroying them, causing different pathological changes in the body. When Staphylococcus bacteria spread in the body system, there are a number of changes that one can experience. This can result to burning sensation within the individual, and this can be seen as fever from time to time, or a situation where there is certain hotness coming from within. There can be skin manifestations in staphylococcal infection that can be given one periodic boils or rashes all over the body. In some people, such rashes can come around the pubic region, or even leading to boils that can lead to blisters or even ulcers on the skin. It is possible for one to experience persistent headache in staphylococcal infection because the body fluid is already contaminated. Staphylococcus, as we know, is a form of bacteria. Any bacteria that is capable of spreading in the body system can lead to reactions in the body that can further damage body tissues. And when this occurs, it is possible for one to experience joint pains, in form of infective arthritis. Part of this bacteria can spread deep into the tissues of the heart, affecting the valves of the heart. And when this occurs, you discover that there can be palpitation that some will start witnessing as if they have panic attack. When this is allowed to continue in the body system, it is possible for one to start getting tired easily. There are many people, by walking from one pole to another, they get tired, or by doing just something that is not supposed to be that tasking in terms of energy consumption, they discover that it's as if they don't have enough hair where they are located. All this can be as a result of weakness of the heart resulting from infection or spread of this bacteria we're talking about. When this bacteria is able to pollute the body fluid, it is possible for one to witness mouth odor. Mouth odor is a form of changes that is called halitosis, where people will start coming up with breath coming from within that is already polluted. There is no amount of time such people wash their mouth, you discover that the breath coming out is very offensive. All this can be as a result of pollution of the body system. It is possible, if any bacteria is able to dwell so long in the body system, to contaminate the whole body fluid and even damage nerves. When nerves are damaged, there can be tiredness. Not only this, it is possible for men to suffer a lot because this can degenerate to a situation where a man is unable to stand like a real man. When a man is unable to stand like a real man, it is seen as a serious challenge because the whole family can be affected. Part of the joy of the relationship can be stolen, and this can cause different rancors in the family. A man that is unable to stand as he should can find it difficult to get arousal. The desire for opposite sex can disappear, and once that arousal is not there, that is the ignition point. It means such a man will not be able to stand like a real man. In some people, the arousal can be there, but you discover that because nerves have been damaged, the transmission from the upper center down to the power point of man, that is in between his two thighs, can be weakened. When such occurs, you discover that such a man can even get arousal or is able to stand, but the type of standing that he has is not strong enough to help him to even get into the act. In some people, they make efforts to get into the act, but you discover that they are unable to spend more than a minute or more before they are exhausted. Mind you, before a man can be called a real man, such a man must be able to have the arousal as desired and also be able to sustain the energy he has been able to gather for a considerable length of time. That is when such a man can be able to make his partner happy when it comes to man-to-woman interaction. So such men do suffer from this from time to time. It's after knowing the root cause of the challenge that one will be able to know the right step to take for one to be totally free. Whenever you experience anything that we have been able to mention or other things, it's very important for one to visit a competent healthcare giver who will be able to run tests on one and pinpoint where the problem lies and provide solution. For more enlightenment and advice, the number to call is 080-33-111-946. I repeat, 080-33-111-946. Thank you all.
All right, you've been listening to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts. At number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. Let's take our sponsor's message. Don't go away. We shall be right back.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine where they produce strong, correct medicine. They take it, they support with country health care system. Countryman, correct bakelistic ogbonge herbal medicine. They we know they come out for public anyhow like a big basket. Food ground as every Christmas have been boundary. Sickness self sabi medicine we pass them. After all, monkey smart now because tree near tree is a forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become umbarumba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now
You're welcome back to Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. Until we come your way again, remain blessed.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.